All right, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Jay Banks. It's Tuesday. You know what that means.
Hey.
Time to PowWow. I
Let's
got my
get
guy
it.
AI back in the building. What's cracking, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? How we doing? Excited to be
Good.
here. We got a good episode ahead of us, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you were on vacation last week. How
was.
was that?
It was. I'm a dad, so it's a lot of chasing around almost 3-year-olds. So vacation is more like a trip, but it was definitely fun. The weather was great. Just letting her experience as much as possible. She likes the pool more than the beach. I learned that. So it looks like the
Good for her, bro.
The pool's the move. Yeah.
The beach is scary, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we were out in the ocean a few times. That was fun, but like there were storms, so like the seaweed and all like the mess was, right at as the tide hit the sand. So like the pool was so much cleaner. It was the pool actually changed colors throughout the day and night, so that was cool.
Like just
they had lights underneath that just changed every different color you could think of.
It's so simple, bro. Like
Yeah.
little things like that. You know what's crazy? Like you'll probably get a kick out of this, man. Like I tell my wife this all the time. Like the fact that we went from like regular like incandescent light bulbs to LEDs is insane, dude. And the fact that like it was such a smooth transition, like whoever made LEDs now, like they need to get some like serious credit, bro, because
Right.
like the light bulbs will get like before LEDs, like they would get so hot, they would burn out so quick, they'd burn your house down and shit.
Yeah.
And now like LEDs, they barely take up any energy. The craziest thing is, man, it's plug and play, dude. Like this guy created something that all you got to do is screw it into the light bulb. You don't have to have a new socket for it, right?
Right.
I think things like that, man, like just go under the radar and like it opens up a whole new lane to be able to create other things like these black light LEDs in the store, man. Like, regular black lights don't cut it, but these LEDs are brighter and they last a lot longer too.
Yeah, they last a long time, dude.
They last about a year.
Yeah, about a year, right?
we just had to order 4 more because 4 went out actually 1 went out yesterday. And the store's been open just over a year, bro.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
All right, man. Let's get on the other side of the table, bro.
Yeah.
So Brandon, man, I'm excited to interview you, bro, because you popped in a couple weeks ago, and we just hit it off, man. It's like when you got these like-minded brains where you're just trying to figure out the algorithm of everything, man. And I was really impressed with everything that you're doing, dude. And it kind of falls into the same lane that we're doing. You're doing it on a digital scale, where we want to do. We want to do clothes and then create avatar clothes as a secondary option.
Right.
And you're doing the exact opposite. Like you're doing the gaming thing and then building avatar clothing for avatar characters. But your vision is to be able to send you a real version in the mail so you can match your avatar.
Absolutely, yeah.
It falls right in the same category, man. Tell me about it, bro. How'd you get involved with all this?
So I started actually in the middle of COVID, as a matter of fact. So
no better time than that, man. You got all the time on your hands.
And what else was happening at the time was the PS5 was dropping. So
oh,
I don't know
okay.
if you guys remember when the PS5, nobody could get a hold of one.
Oh, yeah.
You still can't get a hold of PS5.
Right.
Yeah. Right. It's pretty crazy. And so I just started fiddling around with ideas to try to generate some extra, revenue on the side, right?
Yeah.
Who knew it was going to happen with the country, right? Like everything was kind of in shambles.
Yeah.
So I came up with this design that just said, "Need my PS5 ASAP."
Oh shit!
Right, and it was like the triangle button, and then it was the A, and then it was the triangle, and then it was A, then the S button from Sony, and the triangle button, and the P from Sony.
Oh, dope, bro.
Right, so that was kind of my original like ASAP design, which was like the heart of where it came from.
Right, yeah.
And so I did that. I had a little bit of success, just basic Facebook ads or what have you, Google SEO, all that kind of stuff, right? But then as I kept thinking about it and I kept thinking about it and I kept thinking about it, I was like, there really is no mainstream brand out there for gaming, right? So if I ask you guys right now to tell me an athletic brand, right? Tell me the name of an athletic brand.
I mean,
athletics, right?
Athletic, and obviously Nike. And then anything champion type of any.
Right. Under Armour, Adidas, right?
Yeah. Sports all over the place, man.
Same thing. We think luxury lines, right? All our women friends, all those people that are all about the look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gucci, Louis, Fendi. We can sit here and go on, right?
Right.
But I'm sitting here talking to myself like, all right, I grew up playing video games, humongous industry, right? Which was also being exposed because of COVID, right? If you guys remember, all of a sudden gaming was like huge on the map.
Oh man, you couldn't find webcams anywhere, and like anything, what was going. Was
the
flying off
Switches
the
were
shelves.
impossible to find. Nintendo Switch, you couldn't get anywhere. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, streaming is taking off. This whole industry is kind of unraveling. Meanwhile, I'm going down this wormhole. And so I'm like, I couldn't think of a gaming brand, right? So like your neighborhood kids, playing on the cul-de-sac, that they go home and play video games in the basement.
Right.
What are they representing to say that I'm a gamer outside of, their virtual persona?
Right.
Blizzard apparel.
Right, but Blizzard isn't a brand, right?
Yeah,
They're game developers.
Exactly, but I mean, they do have a little bit branding to a degree. Yeah, I can recognize their text.
Right.
So you know what I mean? But
and then like Thousand Thieves, the big time gaming teams come out with merchandise lines.
Sure.
That's like wearing Lakers stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Nike is the designer of the Laker jersey. Right. And so that's essentially the long road to it. Right. What opened my eyes and sent me down this path to ASAP Gamimg. Right.
Sure.
Which is primarily centralized around the virtual persona. Right, and which is why we'll get into it later.
Yeah.
The different avenues that the company is going, but
and that's the cool thing, man. You start with an idea, and then you start narrowing it down, and you start figuring out, okay, well, I can do this, and I can do this, like, all starting from that idea, and just we always call it trimming the fat, bro. Like getting rid of this, getting rid of that, and then by the end of it, you got this nice piece of meat, to serve, bro.
As a matter of fact, I wanted to do something kind of funny. I see all you guys are rocking your native brand. I have to make this an ASAP shirt really quick. So I brought, and I have gifts too for you guys if you want to stick around.
Bro.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
But I want to make this an ASAP shirt, and it's actually like kind of hypothetical or like symbolic of kind of what I do, right? Like if you were to want a virtual persona as like a Dragon Ball character, I'm slapping my label on here.
Right. Oh yeah.
And now you have a gaming branded shirt. Right, and so that's kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So now, if you can imagine, right, if this is you or whoever you want to be, I'm doing this and designing it, right?
For sure.
Yep.
And so that was your goal is to get to the point where like you're crossing the paths of the virtual online stuff and then getting the physical clothes, man. And that's super smart, man. Especially because like you said, it's not like you can go to Hot Topic and buy. You might be able to buy like a Halo shirt.
Right.
But you're not going to be able to find a Valorant or like any things like that you're like set on playing.
The actual brands of the games, like I would say Nintendo had a little. I'd see Nintendo shirts out and about.
Yoshi shirts
N64 shirt. I'll see that stuff, but like that's one of those things that you see it and you're like, oh, Nintendo, but like it's not really a clothing brand. You can just tell it's merch from the system.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where you could completely create a brand that gamers exclusively wear.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then like that, there's enough gamers to sustain.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
And what Jay's
genius,
talking
man.
about, right, is, when you're getting started, Jay sees my long-term vision, but when you're getting started, right, the one thing I've noticed is that a lot of gamers have a hard time finding merchandisers.
Mm-hmm.
So, right, like I want to be like this virtual presence, but that's like a $250,000 dream.
Right.
Right. Like, so for now, I design their presence and I take care of like their merchandising line.
Right.
All right. But in the meantime, I have this, this mobile application we'll talk about later where, the 10 to 16-year-olds can get on there and play my game and create designs, which is essentially the same exact thing.
Right.
Right. It's just I'm cutting out a design team or that professional aspect.
Right, because the community is doing it.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the best part because
Correct.
they get to design their own shit that they want.
Right.
That's right.
Instead of something that somebody else has already created.
Yeah, it's like gamers creating gamer designs. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Exactly
like
it.
it's genius, man.
A brand for gamers, designed by gamers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So did you do app developing before this, or is this something that you just were like, I got to figure this out?
So to me, I went more towards the application because I had a very hard time getting started from a marketing perspective.
For sure.
Right. And so I funded, I guess you would call it pre-seed if you know the startup path, right, myself. And it was a better argument for me to fund the mobile application, which essentially does the same thing that we just talked about, right? And also use it as a marketing tool.
For sure.
Because what a better way to get to my customers than a game.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, direct.
Right.
It's literally cutting out all middlemen.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So instead of investing substantial money into trying to find your niche through, like we talked about earlier, Facebook channels or Instagram marketing or
Yeah, all those third parties, man. It's tough to figure out, like, give your idea to somebody else and say, hey, help me out with this, because your mind's got it going in a certain direction. So,
Right.
You've already know how to get to third base. You know what I mean? And so, I don't even know where to start when it comes to apps, bro, because that's something like, like for us, like Supreme and these Mischief, like these bands or these brands, they're doing a smart. It's really smart how they do it, honestly, because like for us, we print the clothes here, so we've got stuff always in stock. But we really, when we get the hats in, they go quick. And then people come in and they go, damn, I missed out on it, and I really want to be able to launch the stuff on the website first and then have it trickle into the store. So the fans that are fans of the brands, they can pre-order the stuff on the website, or just how Supreme does it. They'll do a drop on a Thursday or a Monday or whatever, and when it's sold out, it's sold out, and then you've got a week or two to fill the orders, and that's what we're trying to get into. But I don't even know where to start when it comes to the app stuff.
Yeah, like Yeezy, right?
Yeah,
that Adidas app is so smooth.
Yeah, we were talking about that today, man.
That Confirmed app is so smooth.
Yeah, it works, dude. I'm kind of bummed that Yeezy Day turned out like it did, because they were selling Yeezys on 3 different apps, right? It was Yeezy Supply, the Confirmed app, and then some other app or some other website. So there was like 3 different places you had to check every hour to see like what they were dropping. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was kind of annoying to me. It'd be nice if it was just, I can just hop on that Confirm app, because like going to YeezySupply.com it's fine, but there's something about being able to click that app and get right there to see what's next on the list, man.
Right. Yeah, that Confirmed app is, I'm with you. If you can get to that point and it's that smooth and that exclusivity feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, you're capturing all that data too. All those people that are in those lotteries and stuff.
Yeah.
That's something we're trying to figure out here, man, because like Zoomies is like, they love the mad scientist stuff.
Right.
And I talked to one of the people yesterday, man, and they're like, we're ready for it, bro, but we need followers. You guys need more of an online presence. And like, we've been hiding it online for a reason, like, for one, because we've been building this brand for so long, native, that like the last thing we want to do is try to start a second social media and try to get that up to where it's at.
Right.
But the whole premise of the Mad Scientist is it's hidden from the rest of the shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So we have to figure out a way to capitalize on all the people that come in the back room for TikTok. Like we've gone viral a bunch of times where people from Michigan have come in specifically for the store. Texas, I think, was another one, but it's not that's few and far between for how many times we've gone viral, because it's just not correlating. We're not getting like those people directed back to where the shop is, and that's something we got to figure out, man.
Right.
Yeah, it's we had somebody come in one time about a month or so ago, and she came in and they went to the aquarium, and they had never been out of Michigan other than like a couple of states, never down this way, and she walked in here and she instantly recognized the store. She walked in, she's like, I know this place, and her friend was like, what are you talking about? You know this place? And she's like, I know this place, I've seen this. And I'm standing behind the desk, like, I watched them walk in, say, hi, how's it going? Like, we're good, but how many of these stores are there? And I was like, the only one. This is one of a kind, one of one right here. And she's like, that's wild. She's like, let me check my phone real quick. So she gets on her phone and she like brings up TikTok, and she discovered the store from Michigan on TikTok.
That's right.
And it was just completely through social media, and she had never been here, just happenstance to be on the levee and found the store. Went to the lab, and she was like, this is on TikTok. Oh my goodness. And they bought some stuff because like it was a once in a lifetime opportunity, because they found it on the internet and stumbled in just because they happened to be in Cincinnati for 3 days.
This is viral. I'm buying some merch.
Yeah, right. I'm not missing my opportunity. Yeah, exactly. So they bought some stuff, but I was kind of like, I was very surprised because like seeing it in real time in living color, like this person discovered it on the internet from a totally different part of the country, and they stumbled in. A total coincidence. And she was like, I know this. I recognize this. I've seen this. Like and her friend was like, we've never been down here. Like, you're going crazy kind of thing. And I was like, well, social media?" And she's like, "Hold on." And then she checked TikTok and she showed me the video, and it wasn't even someone I knew either. It didn't matter. It was just somebody that posted it, and she caught wind.
Right.
Yep. And it's powerful. It's really powerful. That's
unbelievable.
it's amazing. It reaches beyond that we can even comprehend, because the internet is such it's different. It's an ocean. It's like
It's such an
pathways.
It makes sense though, bro,
Yeah.
because like we can't fake that, right? Like we do really well here because people come in and they go, "We love the store and we're gonna buy something," but like when it comes to Zoomies, we can't fake the numbers, right? The more popular the brand is on social media, the more money that brand's bringing in, like
Right.
regardless, right? So it's just one of those things where like we can't fake the numbers because it's the proof's in the pudding, man. So when they ask like how many social media followers do you have, like that's brass tacks now. Like the fact that we have a $200,000 store that has this super awesome hidden room, like they don't care. Like I told them, I was like, we can film a commercial and like make it like show you guys what we're doing. They're like, it's follower content, man.
Right.
Like that's it at brass tacks at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's the truth, man. It makes sense. So we're trying to figure out a way. Thankfully, like TikTok's still at that cusp where you can go viral, and there are things that can kind of get you up to that next level. So we're trying to figure that out so we can try to capture as much as we can before TikTok goes into Instagram, and then it falls into that Facebook algorithm. Like
That's right.
our Facebooks, our podcast from the first couple seasons, we would get 2,000 views on the first day that we upload it. Now it's like, we get 60 to 70 views right when we upload it, but we upload them to like a bunch of different social media platforms. But it's crazy to see how we've progressed in the 5 years that we're doing it. But the Facebook views have just like plummeted. I mean, a year ago, when we went live on Facebook, everybody would get an alert. If you had your phone in your hand, it would say Native Brand is going live, right? You just click on it and then you can check it out. Like they don't do that shit anymore, man. You know what I mean?
Nope. They've put extra steps to get to that destination, so the regular user isn't going to jump into the 2 or 3 steps to watch the video unless it's just in the right chance. So like our views at 60 at the start, like you said, like it's tenfold. It's just not in comparison to what Facebook used to be, and the algorithm has changed to where now we have to do the engagements, we have to comment, have to have conversations with people online just to keep it at the top of people's feeds. Like otherwise, they don't ever see it. It's insane. Like it's an uphill battle, but we're pivoting, and TikTok seems to be the direction that makes the most sense for everybody. And we're not excluded, of course. So,
Right.
yeah. So but like that was proof. That lady coming in, that was proof to me that like, oh, it is reaching way deeper than I can reach. Like it's going way further than I can even share to. This lady just stumbled in, and she's like, I discovered this. It was like a month ago, but I know this.
Right.
But still, like that's activity that Facebook isn't able to touch, because Facebook is really your local, community of people. And,
Right.
So
I feel like the social media platforms have started to like carve age demographics.
100%,
Yes.
bro.
100%, right?
100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's like
Facebook's for old people.
that's right. I want to say 40 and up,
Mhm.
right? And then I mean, maybe even 50.
Yeah.
I use
I'm-
Facebook to keep contact with old friends. That's about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Share
right.
pictures of my daughter for my grandparents. like, yeah.
Because you have to have Facebook to do anything with Instagram. You notice that?
Yeah.
That's
So-
the most
so that's-
frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, and so like I've got a theory on that, man. I was telling Kaylin the other day. I'm like, it's wild. It's so smart that Facebook lets me post from Facebook to Instagram. So if I post something on Facebook, it can go to Facebook, and then they'll go ahead and upload it to my Native Brand Instagram. So I don't have to do that. But they won't go opposite. I can't go to an Instagram, upload something, and then it goes to Facebook, right? And if that was the case, Facebook would burn and fall,
That's
right?
right.
The fact that since I can upload to Facebook and it goes to both of them, I'm still using Facebook. If that wasn't the case, I would just be using Instagram. So like they know what they're doing. Like they're keeping it alive. You know what I mean? Like they've got it on life support, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's now they're trying to do the reels that are falling into TikTok or into Facebook, and it's funny because like all the adults are like, these reels are so dumb, and it's like that's the 19, 20-year-olds.
That's right.
That's you're watching Instagram right now, or you're basically watching TikTok if you're
Right.
watching reels.
Yeah, TikTok's even younger, right? I would say.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
18 and under maybe is a
100% 18 and under, dude. We
Right.
get so many people that come in here that and that's the thing, man. I've talked about it before. Like, you don't know which one of these little rugrats or have 20,000 followers on Instagram
That's
or
right.
on TikTok
Scary,
anymore,
isn't
man. Bro, it's terrifying, man. It's like,
they're making 6 figures a month.
dude,
Right.
this one kid came in. He looked at me and like he saw the podcast. He's like, "What do you guys do here?" I'm like, "Oh man, we've got a podcast. Like we go live on like 5 platforms. We interview like local celebrities and natives of the area." He goes, "How many followers you got?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. We've got like 12,000 on Instagram." And he's like, "I've got 20,000 on TikTok." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of my store, dude."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't tell him to get out of my store, but I'm
Right.
like, everything that I built here, bro. You know what I mean? And
He tops it in the
this little 12-year-old chubby kid's like, "Yeah, but you don't got what I got."
Right.
I'm thinking to myself,
Your store's trash.
You can't make yourself a peanut butter jelly sandwich, dude. Get out of
He
here.
went viral. He went viral eating a Twinkie or something.
Yeah, that's probably what it was
He's-
too, bro.
Eating a Twinkie and playing Fortnite. He's good, bro. He's good. He's got all the followers. Starts a merch store, and then all of a sudden he's bringing in 500 a month just from his little TikTok, like on the merch. Like, I will say that it's interesting that you mentioned the Facebook connection to Instagram. It's Facebook is the only app that people post that they don't check their Facebook anymore.
Right?
Can you think about that on a level? Like, this isn't Twitter. Like,
Post and ghost, bro.
they're literally like, I don't post on Facebook anymore. If you want to contact me, just message me. Like, I don't like. People are literally letting people know they don't post. So what kind of that's pretty powerful for Facebook to still have that power that someone has to let other people know. I don't use this.
Right.
So there is something there. Like, Facebook isn't gonna go away. It's just it is pivoting to older people. My grandmother uses it religiously to check in on her grandkids and everything, and it's perfect for that.
Bron,
But on our level, like-
I remember when I wasn't allowed on Facebook because I didn't have the college email.
Ah,
Did you know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So
I
remember
when
that.
it
Yeah.
first started, bro, you had to have a college email or you couldn't
Yeah.
get on Facebook.
yeah. I was in high school. I was like a sophomore sophomore or junior when it released. And I remember you had to have a college email, and that we weren't
You know what I just realized, bro? Shout out to whatever college I applied for a year
to get
ago.
that.
To get the Adobe programs.
Oh yeah, for the discounts.
I found some like small community college in like North Carolina or South Carolina, and I applied for it, and they gave me like the email address, and I was like, "Yeah, all right."
Nice.
Now I'm gonna go
Touche.
apply for the Adobe like the
Package. or
the whole
whatever.
package, bro. I got all of it.
I
Yeah.
think my
Editor,
NKU
whatever, yeah.
email still works. I could probably do it to my NKU email. I still have that. I'm alumni, so I can still use it.
Bro, speaking of alumni stuff, man, I graduated from NKU with computer certification from Microsoft, right? And then if you go and look up Jay Banks, Northern Kentucky University now, they claim that I got a fashion degree from Northern Kentucky University, bro.
They claim.
Yeah.
There's
It's on their website. It's on their page, like alumni. Jay Banks, like
Oh,
fucking
nice.
fashion designer.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, that's dope as shit, bro. Like, just send it in the mail. Just give me the degree in the mail, bro. Let's roll.
Sit it on over.
I'll act as if.
Right. I'll put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Plenty of things. framed
Speaking
in
of
here.
that,
We can-
let me see that trophy real quick. We won. Let me see that bird dog as well. I want to give a shout out to Donald Bump, man, because we actually we won best clothing store in Northern Kentucky. There's actually some booze in there. So the Northern Kentucky Hustler Awards came out, man, which is super
Yeah.
cool. So they had an event down at the Globe over there in Covington, which is a super dope place, man. It was like a bourbon bar. It used to be an old strip club right there. Like if you're in Covington heading towards Newport, that last street that dead ends, and then you got to wrap around and take the.
Yeah.
So right before that wrap around, there's it was an old strip club on the left there, and they turned it to a place called the Globe, and this place is like
Yeah. I'm
phenomenal,
familiar.
bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it smelled brand new, and the whole place looked brand new. It was incredible, bro. So Donald Bump, man, shout out to you. I appreciate you for this, man. I love that we actually got an award for something, man. So I'm gonna make sure I hang on to this for a lifetime. Yeah, dude.
More to come. More to come.
Right?
Sure.
Clothing line of the year, and we're just getting started, bro. So that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So the clothing that you're doing right now. So the app itself, it's ASAP Gaming.
Correct. It's actually not out yet.
Right.
I'm in UAT testing.
And you're
soon.
you're heading overseas next week, right?
So I'm moving to Portugal on the 21st.
Moving to Portugal. There it is. So I was like, I think he's going to Sri Lanka, dude. I don't know.
Moving to Portugal. Okay. All right. I see you.
Yeah. So
What is the reasoning behind moving to Portugal?
Yeah.
I'm looking to incubate my company over there, as a matter of fact, and then essentially progress to get.
Are you going out there blind? Are you just going out there like? Do you have anything set up? Like, do you have people out there already, or is Portugal just a place to go?
So there's a lot of reasons. I don't think we need to get into all that right now, but it's very favorable right now for tech startups.
Yeah.
Through a lot of paths, taxes, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, for sure.
I'm in contact with 2 incubators at the moment over there. So as soon as I touch down, within 2 or 3 days, I'm going to be touching base with them. And then I'm hoping to acquire a letter saying, hey, we like his company. We like what he's trying to do. We support him.
Yeah.
As soon as I get that letter, then I'm fast tracking to a startup visa.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And so then once you get a startup visa, it essentially opens the doors for you to really start chasing success in the country.
So you have to get the visa to have a business in general.
So technically,
a startup.
Technically, I mean, you could go on initial tourist and business, which is 90 days.
Okay.
And go incorporate your company over there if you wanted to, all by yourself. But I'm actually very interested in, having dual citizenship and having Portugal as
backbone, bro.
Yeah, my backbone.
Yeah.
Right. And it's very hard to get venture funding right now in the United States. So money is going a lot of different channels, right? And so I like my odds with a great idea, a great business model to, be the Westerner coming over there.
Yeah.
Having lived in California, having, experience with startups and scaling businesses, right?
Yeah.
To take my chances with, being that Westerner in the Portuguese culture, with that background to, help me get some more of that venture funding that's needed to really, put that shirt designed on the game, like, on a Roblox character.
Yeah.
And that's something that we were talking about earlier, man, was being able to take that the designs from your game. So let's get into it. So the game that like you're developing an app that it's a game. So you can play the game in there. Correct. And then you can get coins
Coins
for
coins in the game.
Yeah, and they're strategy games like, as the letters fall, you got to try to collect them and build a word out of it.
So it's kind of like, I grew up, I don't know if you guys grew up playing Simon. Remember the game Simon?
Yeah.
The colors, and you have to hit and then it speeds up and you got to hit them faster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so ASAP is at the bottom of the game. And so you have to match the color and the letter on the bottom.
Oh, bro, you're going Guitar Hero on it.
Kind of Guitar Hero vibe, too. Yeah,
I see you now.
Yeah, and then as all these letters are falling, so are, icons to interfere, and so are the coins that you're supposed to be collecting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
the turbulence.
So it's just ASAP over and over again is what you're trying.
You only fill it in once, but if you mistouch, it starts over.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you got to collect 3 stars worth of coins, and you got to fill in ASAP completely in order to advance to the next level.
Dope.
And then as you advance, you unlock the icons, collect the coins, which is like the currency within the game. And then you spend the coins on the icons that you have unlocked, and then you design. Right now it's only just a virtual shirt with those icons.
More coins, the more logos you get to add on, or
the more you can spend. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So you could buy 4 hands, right, like on your shirt, and put them on there. But sorry, that's going to cost 5,000 coin.
Right.
Right. So as my last step before I launch this, I just cut a check for the ability to purchase coins with fiat currency.
Yeah.
Right.
You said fiat currency?
Yeah.
So just like the dollar, right? Just something that's backed by a government.
Yeah.
And so what I'm getting at is, my target audience, going back to our whole TikTok conversation, we can go full circle there if we want later, but my target audience is the Disney model.
For sure.
Right. So my target audience is, parents, kids out there, kids that are playing games all the time, right? Kids that want to design, right?
I mean, like the kids that are playing games these days are tenfold the amount of kids that were playing games when we were kids, bro.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's. Look at them, bro. Got the crew in.
Hey, what up?
What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up?
How have you been, fellas? What's going on, bro? Yeah, right in the middle of it, man.
Yeah.
It's all good. We'll stop for you guys. Bring us some love, man. Appreciate you, bro. What's going on, man? The crew, bro. The Kenwood crew.
back here, bro. There's Kurt back here. What's up, dude? How we doing, bro?
What's up,
Kurt,
guys?
what's up? What's up?
Hey, yeah, you're on camera right now.
Yeah, you're on camera. We're seeing the store.
Pipe him up. There it is.
Yeah.
Kurt.
Yeah, what's the deal, Kurt? How you been?
I'm good, man. Enjoying the week. I did a lot of athletic activities yesterday, so I'm a little sore.
Yeah, for sure.
Back in the gym playing that ball again.
Right. For sure. So we're live right now. As anyone's watching, we're live right in the store in Newport on the Levee. So we got people in the store, people outside watching TV on the big screen. It's a vibe down here. So if you get the opportunity, come down and check it out. We're open for business, so you can come down and get some merch and check out the podcast because we'll be live for another 2 hours. So we got time. So come down and check us out.
Yeah, and we finally got the shit straightened out on Streamlabs, man.
Yeah.
That's been frustrating past
Technical
couple of weeks,
difficulties are something that are so frustrating, man.
But that's the beauty, man. So we go live here. So we're live right now on Facebook, Instagram. No, not Instagram anymore. YouTube.
Yeah, we had some issues with
Twitch. Yeah. So we're live on all those right now, which is dope, man, because of Streamlabs OBS. We've been having issues with it, bro, and it was my IP address got swapped. Yeah, so it was like put me in this thing where I'm like, why won't any of this upload?
Yeah, right. We'd have to physically do it. Like, then we're live streams. Like, we need that. We want the live stream. That's the
right.
beauty of it, because we want people to come down to the store, make your hi mom signs, come into the window, and we get you on camera. What's up? So like that's what it's about. It's that live community interaction, and that's what we're looking for. Just like with ASAP, like it's a whole community that you're trying to tap into,
100%.
and it's untapped because obviously that hasn't been invented yet. So you're looking to hit a whole new thing. And it's amazing.
It'd be dope. So we're trying to get a Fortnite tournament down here.
Down on the corner down there.
So somebody came to me and offered me $5,000 to throw a Fortnite tournament down here. And I didn't want to do it without those guys. So I turned it down at the time. But now I've talked to them about it. They love the idea. So we're going to try to get it going again. But it might be a perfect innuendo or juxtaposition to get you as like a host or a sponsor of it, like sponsored by ASAP Gaming.
Yeah.
Where all these kids are going to come in. Because our idea is, parents, bro, like these kids, man, they're diehard gamers, right? So we want to be able to do a 5-day event where Mondays and Tuesdays are sign-ups, and then Wednesday is the preliminaries, and Thursday is the Sweet 16, and then Friday's the finals, bro.
Awesome.
So we'll start it in Velocity over there with all those games, and then we can actually end up over here where the final game is on the big jumbotron at the Levee.
We could have a whole event of it. Like, I'll reach out to him. A guy who grew up with Grant Schonkweiler. He helped develop Fortnite.
That's why he wanted to be here for this podcast.
So we were on baseball teams growing up and stuff. Like he's like family friend.
Right.
So and his dad's really close to our family. So I'm sure Grant would definitely pop in, maybe even a live stream, because he's now helping other game developers create their games now. He's got the platform to do so. But yeah, we're old friends. We were real little when we met, so we go way back. Yeah, so he just had his birthday the other day too, which is cool. But so we got people that are significant in the world of Fortnite. We'd have clothing that would be. There's a huge event that we could definitely host here, and it would be awesome on everybody. The networking would be great for everybody. It's something we should definitely consider.
Sign me up.
Yeah, man.
Native local gaming startup.
Dude.
Bro,
Yeah.
100% in, man. Our demographics getting younger as well.
Yes, it is.
So we're having to adjust gears and start to print clothes for the younger generation, which I'm totally cool with, man. If kids are coming in here and they're wanting to buy this over Nike, I'm like, oh, bro, let's go.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure. But I just sold one of our designs that head out to San Diego, and they're like, "This is cooler than anything we got out here." And I'm like,
awesome.
"That's awesome! Welcome to Newport." And she's like, "This is awesome! Like I didn't even know. I'm taking it to my son in San Diego." I'm like, "We would love to have a San Diego store. That would be sick." Like, you know, it's like people are coming here from major cities, and they're like, "I never seen anything like this." That's just proof in the pudding, man. Like that's proof of product right there. And that's something I think that we're scratching the surface of something huge, and we're just ready to like pop off.
That's
So
right.
yeah,
That's why I walked in the door.
Right?
Yeah.
100%, man.
I
Yeah.
got a good eye.
Dude,
Right.
so are we able to have a sponsor without them sponsoring us? Because this is delicious, bro.
I'm gonna try it. What is it?
Go for it. You want a beer, bro?
I'm okay right now.
So this is 16 lots, bro.
Well, if you guys are
here-
trying it, I guess
here
I
we'll
better
give-
try it.
Kenny's day drinking.
Yeah, so
Kenny Anderson.
you say you want to try one?
Yeah.
Ken Anderson.
There
like
it
I
is.
thought.
So it's
Look at this.
16 lots, man. It's from here. Let me get it on the right camera.
Oh, you're on the camera. Sorry.
So 16 lots. They're moving in next door. They're going to be our neighbors over here. So they're moving in right here at Newport on the Levee. I don't think they're going to be open until next year, but this beer is great, man. So this is the Kenny's Day Drinking Lager from 16 Lots Brewery. So shout out to Bengal Jim, man. He's the guy that hooked us up with these people.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, dude, loved his podcast. Check out
Bango Jim.
Bangle Jim's podcast. It was great. He's a great.
Yeah,
dude.
he's awesome.
Yes,
man.
he is.
So, but yeah, I picked these up over at Party Source, man. And this is a great lager, dude. This is something like I want to create like a local $2 beer. I've got it already set in my head. I've got the whole 10-year plan already set up for doing the next version of Huda Poles in Cincinnati, bro.
That's right.
That's good, right? Yeah, they know what they're doing, man. So I'm excited to get those guys down here. So like literally right next door where the old Jefferson Social, the big like restaurant was, that's where it's going in, man. I can't wait for those guys to come down here. So
Nice.
yeah, this episode was is
Brought to you.
unofficially sponsored by 16 Lots. Let's say
Right.
that.
Big shout out. It's big shout out.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
It's delicious.
It's not
It
bad,
is,
bro.
yeah.
It's not bad, especially like I like the lagers, man. Like the IPs and all that shit. Like my wife loves IPAs. But she's allergic to them too, which is crazy. So she'll have like 2 or 3 drinks and she'll start sneezing everywhere.
Yeah.
But she just like, you know, I mean, they get you fucked up. You know what I mean? That could be the reason, like why she likes them. She has one of them. She's all giddy and she's like I am on sangria.
I mean, I love the sangria too. Like, I mean,
That was our trick, bro. Like in the red cups, we always got sangria because it's like it's stronger than beer and it doesn't make you burp, doesn't make you bloated and stuff. But like you'll get giddy like a 19-year-old schoolgirl drinking for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this.
Right, it doesn't break the bank. You can get it. You can get it at a good cost and have a good time,
Carlo Rossi's the whip, bro. That's
Yeah.
that's the best sangria out there for sure.
dude. It's so good, so good. You can get big jugs of it too. Like you can feed the farm, man.
So this app that you've got, man. Are you when you do plan on launching it? Are you planning on having like a 99-cent like pay option, or is it just going to be a free game to download and then you make the money on the back end?
Yeah, free. 100%.
100%, bro. That's
Right.
that's going to open up the floodgates for a lot of people for sure.
Right, which is...
So free, but is there like in-game purchases
Right,
like
so-
anything else?
Yeah, I mean you'll be able to purchase a real shirt. So like I'm assuming, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Sure.
you get enough coins, you'll be able to get your avatar a shirt, and then if you want to purchase that shirt, you can purchase it from the app, and then the app will send you that actual shirt that your avatar is wearing in the mail, and then that's where you'll make your $35 instead of the 99 cents, right?
Right, absolutely.
So that's genius, bro. Like when I heard Fortnite came out with the game for free, and the average user spent $82, I'm like,
That's right.
that changes everything.
Yeah.
Right.
That changes everything because they gave the game away for free, and the average user spends $82 when the average game price is $59.99.
On skins, mostly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
My-
bro.
How they look.
Dude, my little brother, I have a 16-year-old brother, and he's he's not so much into Fortnite now. He's on the diving team doing his thing. But like before he was, and he almost got me to join the whole game because of the Mandalorian skin. Like he's like they have Mandalorian on there. You should play. And I'm
That's
like,
right.
you're sucking me in over this skin. And I almost bit, like, I don't have a lot of time for the games,
Right.
but like he almost got me. I was like really considering. He's like, it's not that much money. Like I'm like, Landon, you are literally selling me Fortnite over this Mandalorian skin, but it got me because they just it tugged a string that got me there. Like Spider-Man would do that for me too, whatever. But like it's genius that they give it away for free, buy the skins, make your guy look however you want to look, and go have fun. Whether you're good or not, it didn't matter because you can get the skin either way. You don't have to be a servant at the game. You just have to buy the skin. And that's amazing. Like in certain aspects, I'm sure there's some that you can earn and the better players get them, whatever. But like, there's something for everyone. I'm sure.
I feel like they learned that a long time ago at World of Warcraft, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that game when it came out. Like I had a buddy of mine that was married, had a house, and like he was like, he would get off work, go home, and go right to the World of Warcraft game, and he would play it. And like, his wife was like, "I'm gonna divorce you." Like he ended up like losing the house, the whole nine. Like, and that's one of those things where it's like people get so consumed in that game, but you don't realize that if you're not in the World of Warcraft world, that like those characters are worth money. You know what I mean? And like, so people take that shit seriously. Like they've got so much money invested in this character, or this character is, you know, like a Second Life video game where it's like, you know, your character means something into another world.
Which originally started back in the RuneScape days. And I still kind of low-key sit in the RuneScape days. Like, it's mobile now. So, I mean,
That's right.
yeah. Quarantine, when I had a little girl, I stayed at home when I was just chilling and there was nothing to do. Hop on the RuneScape and play, like, get that nostalgic feel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all it's about because I know the graphics and the gameplay is slow, but that's what I want. I want monotonous clicking. It allows me to think. It's a whole thing. But, like, but it's made for my personality, my lifestyle. But, like, those games where you're committed to your character, it doesn't matter what the game is. If you're invested, you're willing to drop some dollars.
Right.
I got that collab tee on.
Look,
Hey, yeah, I wish I could.
He's labeled. Look at him.
Yeah, it's perfect, bro.
So,
I'm a
camera
man of
there.
symmetry. I think
Yeah.
it's pretty
it's
even. I
pretty
don't
good.
know.
Look, he's trying to
I'm a
grab
man of
the
symmetry.
hand's trying to grab the logo. It's like, hey,
Right. Bro, you want to talk about a man of symmetry, dude? Like if I the reason why I don't tie my shoes is because I don't like having one shoe tied tighter than the other. It'll fuck up my whole day. So I
Just don't tie them.
I stopped lacing my shoes in fucking sophomore year of high school.
I don't ever untie them. They stay the same. So my feet have basically worn it to where it's at.
Right.
So I don't ever untie or tie them.
You need to get those
them on.
those elastic laces. You seen those things? This guy was on Shark Tank, man. Goddamn genius.
Genius,
It's just all it is one rubber band and then two little things that just go through the holes. And he's like, oh, you buy a 6-pack of them.
Oh,
Buy a 12-pack of them for both shoes.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's just like rubber with a little like thing that goes in, and then, you know, whatever. People
That's
are geniuses,
Yeah,
dude.
there's another Shark Tank item. We were in Florida on vacation, whatever. And actually, while I was on vacation, someone knew Native. I texted you about that. I texted you, I didn't give you the details, but I'll tell that sort of in a second. But we were at this little, like, they have this, like, little stores that are, like, they're called Alvin's, and they're just, you know, by beach stuff. But in this store, one of the items was a Shark Tank item, and it's shaped like a dog paw, and it's just like a rubber thing, and you throw it in your laundry, and it collects all the dog hair and anything, and it keeps dog hair from clothes. It just, you throw it in, just a little rubber piece, and you can wash it off in the sink.
I always
So
thought
that's
that
Shark
I
Tank item.
always thought the dryer did that anyways.
hey, isn't that what a lint
But it
sheet's
also
for?
it also prevents the dog hair from attaching to the clothes as well. So it removes it and does like a preventative thing too. It's a Shark Tank item apparently. My sister pointed out to me. She's like, "This is so cool. You need to get one for your dogs." I'm like, "Well, I have dryer sheets that do that."
That's right.
Right. But she's like, "No, this thing you can just reuse. It's so perfect." I'm like, she's like, "Shark Tank." I'm like, "When do you watch Shark Tank?" She's like, "I love Shark Tank." I'm like, "'Cause I love it," but she didn't. She's all about it. But side note. So I down at the pool in Destin, Florida. I get into the hot tub, right? So I'm sitting in this hot tub, and I got sunburnt the very first morning we got there. Sunday morning we got to Destin, and
White boy problems.
Yep. And I didn't put sunscreen on for 1 hour, and like early. It wasn't even afternoon, and I got burnt pretty bad. So I wore a t-shirt throughout the weeks, and I just brought all my native gear, of course, because rep all day, and I had the native 859 just blue text on a black shirt, and I get into the hot tub, and this lady across the hot tub says to me, she's like, "Is that the native brand?"
Shut up. That's crazy,
Real
bro.
talk. No, I'm not joking. I text you about it. I was like, yeah.
I mean, you didn't tell me the story, though. I was like, oh, that's dope.
No, this was real happy. Yeah. I was like, what's up, guys? So I'm like, she's like, is that the native brand? And I'm like, I look at her, my face, I wish it was on camera. I was just so
starstruck. You're like, wait a minute, you know my band?
I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I was like, yes. She's like, 859, yeah. I was like, yeah. And she's like, we're from Lexington. And I was like, oh. And then it made all sense. Like, they're from Lexington. They're not that far away. They've been to the store. They've been here. They've been in the store. They didn't know me. I guess they had been there when maybe Tyrell was in or something. But like, they're like, yeah, we're from Lexington and we're here on vacation. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Northern Kentucky, from Florence. And she's like, I know native brand. She's like, we love your stuff. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, all the way in Destin, Florida.
Love it.
Huge shout out. Like, it was pretty dope. Like, shout out to that whole family. They were on the bottom floor. They were like right outside the hot tub. They saw my shirt, came out and sat down and asked me about it. I was like,
that's the shit.
It was so cool. It was.
You should have got their number, and then we'd have sent them a little surprise package. Things like that, dude. I'm 100% down to. Like, imagine if they went back to Lexington and like, oh, we met one of the owners of Native, and then 2 weeks later they just got a care package with like just a bunch of Native 859.
They told me they were gonna stop in again soon. They're like, we'll come down and visit you. I introduced myself and everything. They were very, very sweet people. Their whole family, like 10 of them, and they all knew the brand. So it's people out there talking and they're paying attention. They saw my shirt right away. And it was one of like, I was low key with it. I was just burnt. I was just wearing it. I'm just like sitting there like I don't want to move. I'm like literally sitting there. I was just sitting in this hot tub. My legs were fine. It was just my upper body. I'm just sitting. My legs were just in. And she's like, native brand? I was like, what? Yes. She's like, you guys don't make the shoes too, do you? And I was like, no, she's like, you're just the clothing. You're the area codes, right?
I get that all the time, bro.
Yes, the shoes. They brought the shoes up.
I get that all the time. And I get, you're making deodorant now? I'm like, no, bro. They came out after we did.
Right.
Oh, my God, man. Fucking Terrell. Do you see Terrell Owens on TMZ the other day?
No.
So there's a company in Nashville, Tennessee that stole my logos. And my mother was the one that showed me. Like, she was like, isn't this yours? And I'm like, that dumb bitch. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I sent my mom. I'm like, those are my original sweatpants. Like, that's my logo. Like, that's not only is it my logo, it was done with a certain triangle that wasn't even an A. It was just a triangle where the A was. And Terrell Owens was on TMZ last week about some Karen. So he was driving fast through a neighborhood, and the lady yelled at him, and so he pulled over and got out of the car, and she called the police because a black man was approaching her, and he was like, you were yelling at me, and I just got out of the car, Karen. Like, she's like, you're a black man. You don't come at a white woman like that. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I love Terrell Owens. Like, don't get it twisted at all. But he was wearing that native sweatshirt from the chick from Nashville, Tennessee. And like what irritates me is she got a lot of recognition
Yes.
from Jonas Luker.
Oh, the rapper.
So Jonas Luker, look at
Joyner Lucas.
Oh, Joyner Lucas, bro. Look at the old school Harvard hoodie.
Yeah, bro.
The native Harvard hoodie.
Joyner's on Eminem's label.
So Joyner, he posted on Instagram or Facebook, hey, I want to rock local brands. Like, if you've got a local clothing company, I want to rock it on my tour. What up, big dog?
Not much.
Kenwood in the building.
Yeah, bro. What's up? We're
Bro,
seeing everybody today, dude. What you doing?
Where are they? Are they back there?
I don't know. I didn't see them leave. Yeah, we're just in the middle of the podcast. We weren't able to hang, but yeah, we said what's up to them for sure.
Good seeing you.
Yeah,
that hoodie's fire, bro.
That hoodie is fire, bro.
So, but Joyner Lucas. So back to that, man. So he posted, I want to wear some local brands, and Native Brand got tagged like 10 times, right? And then this chick from Nashville says that she owns Native, and then he chose her to rock the clothes. Like, even though like everybody was they were all tagging my Native, and then she goes, "Oh, I own Native," and then all of a sudden like he started messaging her on the thread, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me, bro?" Like this, but not only did she steal my logo, now she's stealing my thunder on top of that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And
It's
then
even
Terrell
worse.
Owens is rocking that hoodie. But you know what, man? Like
Valuable
bro,
time.
like my chin is strong, player. Like you can hit me as many times as you want. I'm like that clown with the sand at the bottom, bro. Just like how many times you want me to hit me? Like I'm in.
True,
I'm not falling, player. I'll
Right.
get up every single time, and I will be bigger and better every time I get up, bro.
Did you go
But
after her?
that aggravated me, and I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell my wife, bro, when I saw that fucking video. I'm just like, God damn, man.
Should have messaged Terrell Owens.
He probably, you know what? I should probably message Chad and be like, yo, Chad, like,
Cinco?
help me out because that's my shit, and your boy is representing my shit, but he's representing it because somebody else
Yeah.
stole my shit, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
Chad could help. Chad definitely has that sway, and he knows about the brand. So, dude, pull it in. Chad,
I'm just,
Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson. Let's talk
bro,
about
I'm just
him.
like the way that I look at my life right now, bro, is like I'm just a curbside prophet. I got my hands in my pocket and I'm waiting for my rocket to come, bro. I'm just sitting on the curb, just sitting here with my hands in my pocket, bro, just waiting for this rocket to come down and say, all right, let's go, and I'm out, man. You know what I mean? Like the stuff we're doing here is so much further than any other brand, which is insane.
It's because not only is the brand concept strong, of course, like anyone could have an area code, of course, everyone has a cell phone, but when you walk into the store, you're literally interacting without having to even talk to an associate or anybody that's working there. So you
Right.
can literally explore the store, get to an area that's undiscovered by many people, and do shopping where no one can even see you're shopping. You're pretty much shopping in a closet that's hidden away and with unique items that you can only get in one spot in the country. So like
and when you wear this shit too, bro,
Yeah.
like people like when I wear that Smoke Trees shirt,
dude,
like
it's a #1 seller now.
it's crazy because like 5 years ago, bro, pot wasn't like nobody wanted to talk about it. Nobody wanted to wear stuff like that. Now when I wear that shirt, like people stop me like, can I take a picture of that shirt? I'm like, yeah, it's my brand. They're like, okay, it's your brand. Can I take a picture of your shirt, bro? And it's like, it really is my brand, man. You can fucking, I'll sell you one right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like it's crazy to think that.
I've sold a hat off my head before.
Yeah, I'm still pissed that Pamela didn't sell that one for $2,000, bro.
Oh yeah.
I would have made you a new one.
Yeah.
No, whatever it is.
Whatever. Yeah.
But all right, let's get back to this ASAP
absolutely,
Gaming,
yeah.
bro, because this is something that like I'm super excited about. Because like I said earlier in the podcast, like when the metaverse first came out, like I was ready, dude. I'm like, all right, so this is like I want to be able to like we're 3D rendering this store right now, so you'll be able to throw on the Oculus glasses, walk through here. You'll be able to put clothes in your cart. You'll be able to click on that TV and watch a news interview. You'll be able to click on this soundboard and be able to listen to one of our podcasts. Like it's really interactive on how our website is. But I'm trying to get to the point, bro, where we can just like make this thing synonymous across the board, where it doesn't matter like what city you're in. It doesn't matter where you are. Like this thing is. It's the virtualclothingstore.com is the website. So it's just I'm just trying to push the boundaries, bro. Like this is interactive retail. No one's ever done interactive retail before. The store's open. We stopped the podcast to talk to people coming in. Like these things are you know, we're just like you, dude. We're just punching away at the clock. We don't like the fact that you're moving to Portugal to make your dream happen is
amazing.
is so dope, bro.
It's next
like
level.
like
Appreciate it.
It's two
And-
levels
and
above
so-
that,
so-
dude. Next level's saying it lightly, because like
Well-
you're talking relocating, but still having dual citizenship.
Well, like my
It's
question
amazing.
is so you've already done like the West Coast, you know, the what do they call that, the Valley,
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley,
That's,
yeah.
That's in San Francisco,
Okay,
but they actually opened Silicon Beach, which is in LA.
Okay.
It's like an extension of it.
So, but you'd rather go to Portugal to get the shit done because is that just oversaturated? Like you've already been to the West Coast, so you already know that shit. And like, is it just money? Like, the hungry is out in Portugal, and then like the people that think they know what they're doing is in Cali.
Well, I mean, it's purely this is purely my opinion, right? So, everything is political.
Oh yeah.
Right? Everything is political, right? You could have the greatest idea in the world on the West Coast, right? But if you're not talking to the right people, or
not connected into the right circles, you're outside the circle.
And it's already happened to me once. So this isn't my first startup. I got into an incubator in Santa Monica, California for my previous startup. I was working full time. I had a mortgage. I was in a very serious relationship. I had a dog. They wanted me there. On site every single day. Yeah. And I'm like, guys, this isn't
I'm paying you to do your shit.
I'm paying for your services, but you're requiring me to be here when this is what I'm doing in my spare time.
Right.
Trying to get my previous company off the ground. Right?
Yeah.
And, I actually got to pitch on, so, it's like, call it like semesters of classes go through these incubators, right? So at the end of your term in your class, you pitch to like a series of VC people. So
is VC like angel investors or
correct,
something like that?
Venture capital people.
Yeah,
some of them work for big firms. Some of them are individuals. They call
all of them have big money and don't know what to do with it.
That's right. Absolutely. So I'm coming into this with this idea, right? And I'm coming in at the end of the previous class's term, and the guy that's running the incubator lets me pitch to these guys just cold turkey.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay.
Like, I
you know what? And I'm sure you probably nailed it, dude. Like you're a talker, bro. Like you're a good talker.
Yeah. So I go out there and I let it fly, right?
Yeah.
And I get the highest individual score from any single judge.
Awesome.
So I got one of the judges gave me like a 9.5 on this idea.
Oh, nice.
All right. So how am I going to go into my term now with a 9.5 from one of the judges and get crickets from this incubator program telling me I need to be there when I'm working full time, yada yada, like I just told you, right? It just goes to show the politics and the who you need to be talking to. And this guy just gave me the highest score out of any English single, not average, right? But this one guy.
Sure.
But that speaks a lot.
An outlier matters, yeah. For
yeah.
Sure.
And so point being, I've my feelings are not. I mean,
100%, bro.
Feels, bro.
It's
blood,
hard.
sweat, and tears takes everything, bro.
Yeah.
So it's energy that you've put in a lot of time and sweat.
And so there's a lot of movements going on in the country right now where this money is going into more political type influences, right? So I feel like I have a better chance being a Westerner, coming from California, coming from starting companies, scaling companies in somewhere like Portugal to essentially evolve and get that money, right?
So when you're, I've presented in front of an incubator actually before as well.
So you know exactly where I'm coming from.
Yeah. I had a business I was trying to get the incubator to basically financially support and get some staff backing. I went through Northern Kentucky NKU's incubator program. What? I'm not.
So you're not laughing.
Hi.
I was trying
Sorry.
Are you supposed to do something when you're on camera? Am I missing
This is our point of view camera, bro.
Yeah. The POV.
POV.
I was trying to create a company that allowed artists to pretty much sell their art through the internet, like in kind of like a Craigslist, eBay style, but they were profiles. And there was like a community, and basically this community would travel through the country, and any artist that was a part of the community would be on like this little interactive map, and you could like raise the map to the state and click on the artist and find where he's from. Like Banksy would be at the top of the tier, and then amateur artists would make their way through the ranks. Right. So it was a kind of a system thing, and I was the only non-app. I was a website, and got to the finals, got to third place overall out of 150 businesses.
That's awesome.
Did my thing, man. Wow. It was cool. Yeah, my senior year of college. Yeah. And it was a really, really awesome experience. But going in front of that Shark Tank, definitely eye-opening. Like, I did really well. I was in one of the, I was in the runnings to win it all, but the guy that won had like an app that connected the back of house kitchen to front of house with a seamless communication. And if you've ever worked in a restaurant, the communication,
sometimes.
yeah, the communication's awful. So like he had a way to fix that. So he won it all. But outside of that, like it was amazing. Like the just some of the people had degrees in art, and they were like, I never had any place to do anything with it, so I went and got marketing and business. Because I mean, we had the vice president of NKU a part of it, the marketing president, everyone that was important was on the panel of 8 judges. So like they all were, the real deal. But one of them was like, I have an art degree. She's like, but I can't do anything with it, so I went and got a marketing degree. So like it is what it is. But she's like, it's a shame that artists can't do anything. They get the degree and they end up just sticking it in the closet and going to work at a bank, whatever. But like she was like really appreciative of the idea. She's like, this I could put my art on there, because like your profile was set as a business card, so you could literally order through the website a business card that matched the top of your profile. And the way I had it structured, like in a whole, like our examples like Johnny Appleseed and whatever, but like it was just an idea that I had a couple of people that helped me with like designing it and code it and whatever, but I presented it and it was really like, it was a great time. But to get the financial backing to run because it kind of functioned like Facebook, so to have that many coders, I just didn't have the the capital
resources.
Right. But I mean, I had people that wanted to invest, but I'm like, I need more than $50,000. Like $50,000 is gonna last me a few months, and it's gonna run thin, and then I'm just gonna have a website that's gonna die with the rest of them. But it was a learning experience, because Shark Tank environments teach you like where your holes in your ship are.
That's right.
They teach you real quick. Like I was talking to them, and I was like, in the middle of my presentation, they didn't even realize I was catching a hole. But I'm like, oh, I should fix this when I leave this room here for my next presentation. But like it was a pretty cool experience, which obviously led me to this point. But having a business that you're trying to get backing for can be daunting.
It's extremely difficult.
It is difficult. Yeah, for sure.
It's like I was saying before, you could be the most intelligent person in the world. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's exceptions like Zuckerberg, because he could code like a what. Right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Self-sufficient.
When you're that self-sufficient, you can do it all yourself.
Right.
But like, if there is a secret formula to have people give you money, please tell me, because it is to convince people to give you money is the hardest thing to do. Yeah. Even if you have a brilliant idea.
Yeah. Even if all your holes are plugged, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are scared, right? There's not a lot of people out there that are okay with failure.
Right.
But even happier that they tried.
Right.
Right. That's where I am right now. That's why I'm going to Portugal.
I mean, so the money that people have made, like, it's got to be more impressive. Like for an investor, like they worked hard for that money, right? So they've got to figure out a way on how to duplicate that money. So if they can find a way to like invest in somebody like you and they see a clear end goal that says, okay, I can send one soldier out and that soldier can bring 2 soldiers back to me. That's where money's made, man.
Right.
When you're able to send that money out and bring $2 back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's hard to get people to believe in your dream as much as you do, right? Right. But that's the thing, man. Like for us, we just have to find more avenues, man. If we need more people, if we need more people on board, then there's got to be more avenues to the artery. We can't all suck off the tit. There's got to be 8 tits involved. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah, you got to have different. So I kind of see it as a vessel. So each thing's pumping blood in each different directions. So like we have to be able to pump that much blood for everybody to be able to eventually, fill enough, enough food on the table, like you said, trim the fat. And like we've got to the point where we're able to feed a few mouths. But I think with the podcast and other dynamics that we have, we're going to get pretty close to be able to hire more people to be able to run the podcast. We could have a whole podcast staff. You know what I mean? And like that's the direction that we are taking this. So if anyone's interested in being part of the podcast, come on, let's talk and we'll see what we can find a place for you. But with that being said, like it's a wild, wild west here. This is untapped. We have a podcast and a live store right now. Right. We're open for business. We can go make a sale right now. People have been coming in and out since we've started this podcast. You don't find that anywhere. We had a store in the mall, in Kenwood Mall, and they said no go. You are not being live while we're open. No, 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 no. You can, in fact,
No,
we want
we're-
you to take all the microphones out of the display. It got to that level. He can explain on deeper, but like, dude, a mall said no.
Yeah. So, on that same note, are you guys looking to expand brick and mortar?
Yeah, so we're in the middle of it right now, man. We're looking for investors. We've got we've got a proven product, which is nice. You know what I mean?
Right,
I
I'm
think
still
we're
not there. Yeah.
well, we just we've got people coming in every day said this is the coolest store that I've ever seen. Like there's not a single day that goes by that we don't hear this is the coolest store that I've ever seen, which is awesome, man. Last month we had 138 times that somebody have said that. Which is almost that's like 4 times a day, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and like the investor thing, it's not that we haven't had people come to us and bring it. It's the right person. We want the right people. Because
I've had people try to throw me money left and right, but I don't need a silent investor. I need somebody that can replicate this thing, because like what we did with the brand, I've had a bunch of clothing lines, man, and when I launched Native, I did it in a way that can be synonymous across the board. So instead of a Young and Reckless, that's a really popular street brand, and then they do Tokyo, LA, and New York, like we can do every single area code, every single city in the United States, even Puerto Rico. We've got all these different avenues that we can do, and it's synonymous across the board. So it's not like we're opening up a streetwear brand in Columbus that nobody knows about, and we're hoping that somebody knows or somebody follows us on Instagram. Like we're gonna launch it, and then we do the Columbus area code with the OSU colorways, and it's synonymous right there with OSU. You know what I mean? So like I created this thing to really be able to punch away at the clock and get to the point where, if we're opening more stores in other cities, it's just doubling the revenue. It's not a risk factor. It's doubling the revenue because we're opening a proven store in another city, but we're adding that city to it. It's like Chipotle, bro. Like Chipotle's, every single Chipotle in the United States, they build it to look like the city. So like the one in Florence, Kentucky's got like, more of a used to be more of a country look than the one in Clifton. Right. You know what I mean? And these are the things that Chipotle does. They try to like make it, correlate with the cities. But for us, bro, like we can go straight to Covington, Louisiana and plug it in with the 765 area code and then do, as long as you got a high school, like we got your colorways, and now it looks like it's synonymous with Covington, Louisiana.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Like we've talked. I mean, there's many cities that would fill perfectly, but I mean, places like Chicago, where there's so many sports teams. You put a Native in the center of Chicago, you're covering White Sox, Cubs, Bulls. Blackhawks, like
Chicago Wolves.
Exactly, you're covering every sports team, and then you got Illinois. Like
then you got colleges,
like
DePaul,
it's just,
the whole
exactly.
nine,
so like you can stick it in cities,
and then you got high schools
and all
like
the surrounding
it breaks
area
everything
codes.
Down, bro.
All the area codes are covered because it's not just one area code per store. This store specifically covers 513, 859. It covers
502,
317,
614.
Exactly. So we're covering 3 states. A greater Cincinnati tri-state. So like, other areas have much the same. They have much the same dynamic, that it's not just black and white of like, oh, like there's one area code that covers 100 miles. No, there's area codes everywhere. You know what I mean? So like, we're bringing all these people of communities of different areas because area codes stretch. Like 859's from here to Lexington. That's an hour of people. We've talked about them earlier in the podcast. Down to 502, which is Louisville. So then all those communities come right here. All together, whether they know it or not. They have no idea who's shopping and where everyone's from, but we know because we ask questions. We're all very vigilant on finding out who is in the store, who's coming through, where they're coming from, especially on Sundays. Sundays is a big tourist day, so if anyone's been on the levee, you always find there's people from Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Chicago, Los Angeles, every major city, state you could think of comes in on Sundays because they go to the aquarium right before they head back to the respected city. So they're coming in here just checking out because it's a cool looking store, and we're an outlier on the levee. We stand out based on the look of the store. So they'll come in just wandering, and they're like, oh, wow, what did I stumble into? before you know it, I'm pretty sure people in every state there are people bragging because they got to see it first in the small town of Newport, Kentucky. You know what I mean? Like this, it stands alone in its own right, and every city can have a standalone store seamlessly because it doesn't affect anybody. It's not stepping on Nike's toes. It's not stepping on any athletic wear or gaming wear or anyone's toes. It's its own individual concept in each city, and each store is going to be different. They do come with a podcast, they do come with a lab, but there is inside the stores a vibe to whatever fits your city.
Right.
If it's Chicago, you're going to have Bulls merch everywhere. You're going to have the red, you're going to have the Bull, you're going to have everything on the walls that matches your city. You know what I mean? So it is definitely something that everyone in your city can relate to because everyone's a native of somewhere, and that's the beauty of it, man.
Yep. It's a Corvette wave, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. It's just a matter of the right investor, the right people that get involved, because we're looking for people who are hands-on. We don't want you to sit in the background. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, we don't want you to sit in the background. We want forefront. We're here as a collective. We're not here just
so the investor that we're looking for is somebody that can just basically implement this in another city.
Yeah.
Whether it be Cleveland or Chicago, where they can just pick this up, drop it out there, and then the podcast will interview local natives of Chicago. It'll be 312 all over the walls. And then that mad scientist lab, instead of the 7-Up machine, it'll be something more related to Chicago, maybe like a Fruitopia. Like, how dope would that be, a Fruitopia?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Because that has like that like Fruitopia, utopia, like we're in another realm. So when you walk through the Fruitopia door, like, it'd be fire.
Absolutely.
We had a company that came in and wanted to change the 7-Up door to their own brand, and then they were like, "Look, man, this is a great idea. Like, we're willing to offer you money, but it was a recovery drink for like drug addicts and things like that."
Like a hydration thing?
I kind of, man. Like, it was strange, bro. Like, I end up turning them down because it's like, man, there's a lot of stipulations, bro. Like, like we got the Smoke Trees shirt in the back, and like the last thing I want to do is like be, like advertising like this like recovery drink for drug addicts, and then you walk through it, and then there's like Smoke Trees Not Friends shirts back there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, we just had to like, oh, look at him with the little dunks on, bro.
What up? What's up, bud? Got the fit going.
Yeah. But those are the things, man. So we're in the same lane, bro. Like, I'm over here with my 6 shooters, bro, just shooting at the clock, man. And you're the same way. But like going to Portugal, bro, like that's determination. That's knowing that like what you've got is something big, and you're willing to put all your eggs in that basket. So that's like kudos to you, bro, because like, first of all, the experience alone in Portugal is gonna be ridiculous.
Right.
But the fact that you've got like you have a brilliant mind. Like your mind is going a million times a minute. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
Like
that.
yeah, dude, and like so you're just like picking ideas like it's like That Beautiful Mind. That you ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Where like the fucking E equals MC squares are all flying around. He's like
Yep.
putting it in there, like grab
Yeah.
that. But like, I mean, you're all in, bro. So the fact that you're going to Portugal next in less than 2 weeks.
That's right. Yep.
You know what I mean? And you're all in, bro. So like, we're all in on you. So whatever we can do to help you out, man. But I want to show everybody what the app
technology.
looks like,
Yeah.
because it's not launched yet, but you've got the whole version on your phone. How often do you play this game, bro? Do you just sit at the house and just like, have you mastered it now, or you just like, boom, I've got enough T-shirts to fucking enough coins to buy all the T-shirts?
So I actually control the price of the coins. So ultimately, it really doesn't matter how many coins I get because I keep raising it.
Oh, you got the inside scoop on there.
Yeah, I can raise the price of the coins because, like I was saying earlier, I just cut the check to be able to buy coins with fiat money. So the thought there is, when a kid gets tired of ASAP playing, Simon meets Guitar Hero, and he's
Which is like have you thought about that before? Because like when you said it was ASAP over and over, I'm thinking 2 things. A, that's genius because you're getting somebody to just put native over and over
That's
again.
right.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's right.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's
Native,
right.
native, over and over again. So now like you're
subliminally message.
bro. So Substation 2 is a competitor of Subway. I saw this commercial probably over 20 years ago, and it is so fucking smart, man. So the guy at Substation, many people probably don't even know what Substation is. It's just, I don't even know. There's maybe 30 of them, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's 200 of them. But like, I don't know if they're local or not. But the guy goes, he's shooting the commercial and he's cutting his meat, right? Which Subway doesn't do. Subway just has packaged meat already there. So he goes, we asked our competitors' spokesmen, like, why do they make so much money? How do they do it? And they said repetition. And so as he's cutting the meat, the Substation logo is just behind this. So it's just Substation.
That's right.
Substation.
Same
And
concept.
bro, I'm telling you, that one commercial changed my life, because I've thought my entire life on this one commercial. So now, like, when I started making native, I was making one logo, and I made this Ohio logo with NATI lit and then in red, and then the VE in white. And so what I would do is I kept putting that out, and everyone was like, you know, what's the new design? What, do you have something else coming? What's going? I'm like, just pump the brakes, man. Just let me flood the market with this. And it was one of those things, man. It worked so well, because it got to the point where I had all these other designs ready to go, but I flooded the market with this Ohio native design. And then it got to the point where everyone knew what that was. So then they were like, I want to see what this other stuff this guy has. But it was all because of this one cheap commercial where this guy goes, we spent tens of thousands of dollars to ask our competitors' advertisers how they do it. And he's like, at the end of the day, it was just repetition.
That's right.
He didn't do anything other than have the Substation logo behind the cutter, bro. And it was so fucking smart. Obviously it didn't do him well, because I don't know if Substation's still around, but that commercial, like, kudos to whoever did that, because it was so smart, and it put that thought in my head where repetition, ASAP, ASAP, ASAP,
You're on
ASAP.
it.
Over and over again, and before you know it,
levels of it.
before you know it, every time you hear an ASAP Rocky song, you want to play the video game.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like that's
anything.
That's that mentality, bro.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think you broke the algorithm of that, man, because that's something that, like, you know, you need to tap into the people's minds to get to that point. Here's a prime example. If you would ever do a radio commercial, this is what you do. At the beginning of the commercial, you have the cell phone ding, 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 where it sounds like a text message. Right before you actually start talking, because so many people go through that, like, mundane driving where you're sitting in traffic and nothing's happening, and you're like, God, I don't even remember the last 20 minutes. When you hear that ding ding, people go, where's my phone? They check their phone. I don't have a text message. What's happening? And then they listen to the radio. You know, there's a subliminal message that happens, the ding ding, and all of a sudden they snap out of that mundane thing and they're looking around trying to find what's happening. Okay. And so now they're alert, bro. Like, little things like that. Yep. I know, like, and it's crazy because, like, people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to figure this out. But, like, I've figured it all out on my own, because I was in the car when that happened on a commercial. And I knew exactly the second that it went ding ding. I used to work in radio, so I know that they do little subliminal things like that. But as that happened, I went and I looked for my phone, and all of a sudden I was out of that fucking Sunday drive.
That's right.
It's insane, bro. Like the fact that you're able to tie into something like that and, like, subliminally just bring it across the board. Like, the fact that it's not a million different words, that it's ASAP over and over, is so genius. Like, it might get tiring to the player over a course of, you know, 2-3 weeks or something. But
right.
You know, maybe you bring it in and then do something else where it's a, you know, ASAP Gaming. All of a sudden it's 9 letters and you got to fucking.
I'm actually.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to get quicker and quicker.
Yeah, it speeds up. But to your point, I'm actually developing a mini game.
In the middle of doing all this stuff, you're doing.
It's within this one.
All right.
So it's another place for the user to spend their coins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in a rush to get it out because I'm, budget circumstances, but The thought there is, to your point, burnout, right? Like, they're only going to want to design so many times.
Yeah.
They're only going to collect so many coins, right?
The fact that you know that, you're already winning.
Right. And so, guess did you ever watch The Price is Right, Jay?
Oh, always, bro.
I'll give you. It's a Price is Right game. I'll give you 2 guesses on. All right, I'll give you 3 guesses.
I'll get it in 2.
I'll get it on what game I'm mimicking from The Price is Right.
Plinko.
Ding ding.
Got it on the first.
Got it on the first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the coins that you collect. Imagine the Plinko game.
Oh yeah.
They tap the top of it, right?
Mhm.
And the coins are going to fall through a Plinko board, just like they do in The Price is Right, and they're going to collect in the bottom. For 1,000 of coins are going to get you collectibles. So my graphic
Do you have to
design
spell
team-
ASAP in one thing?
No, there's no ASAP in this one. It's just like a little. They're like little, call them buckets.
Yeah.
And the buckets, once you get to 1,000, you get a collectible. And so we're designing virtual playing cards as a collectible on the platform.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and so as you're touching and the coins are falling in this mini game, you're wasting coins as well.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
to acquire these virtual trading cards, which is all ties into Ari, who's in the game, who's our mascot.
Ari's dope. Yeah.
Like-
Ari's fire, bro.
But if you can imagine, right?
Ari's your little robot avatar.
That's
So
right.
for people that are listening right now.
Yeah, he's our little guy. You can find him on all our social media and stuff. But yeah, Ari's up there dropping the coins, and then he'll be, just like in any classic, system video game, right, where you unlock stuff, common, rare, legendary versions of these cards, and I've set all the percentages. So like, to get a legendary card of Ari, it's like 0.5% chance.
Right.
So you get stuck on now trying to collect all these cards within this game, but you're still in ASAP, solar system.
Right.
I need them, like you're saying, with this burnout effect, to have a different place to spend coins.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's essentially one of the things that's there on the back burner. But
That's dope, bro. So is there a way that like later on down the road where I could have just like as the coins are falling and as the Ari avatars are falling, like is there a way that like maybe you can have just one native T-shirt fall, and if you click that, like boom, you actually like get that shirt like as your avatar.
dude, there's the options are limitless. Like we were talking about before.
Bro, I cannot wait to see when this thing launches, bro. This is gonna be great, man. Like you've got such a great concept, and the fact that like you're moving to Portugal to make it happen just shows that like you've got like I said, all your eggs are in your basket, bro. Like how big this thing can be, and you're willing to bet your life on it. Like you're leaving the United States, and you're gonna house up in another country because you believe in this idea, bro. Are you scared?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous, but it's, at the end of the day, what I've learned, and this could be just my personality trait, right? If you force yourself into these situations, right, where you don't know the language, you don't know anyone. I mean,
you got to get good, bro.
The only thing you can do is focus on the things that your tasks at hand.
Oh yeah.
So I'm eliminating distractions as well as putting myself in a place where execution is the only way, or it's back to the United States, right? Right. And so
it's fight or flight, bro. But
100%.
like I mean, you're not going out there like
I'm not going
empty-handed.
I'm not going on vacation. By
No,
any means.
bro. Like I can't wait because like I like your energy is very exuberant. Like when you come in the store, like people fucking feel you. You know what I mean? Like you're that type of person, man. And so, like these people in where are you heading to?
Lisbon, Portugal. Yeah.
So, bro, they're gonna be blown away, bro, because of the fact that you are so gung ho on your idea that they're gonna be amped up. You know what I mean? Like.
That.
Well, that's the thing, man. You got to believe in your product. You got to believe in what you're doing, right? And it takes a long time for other people to go, I want to jump on that train. Because you know what I mean? Because like for me, this native brand, like I've been doing this a long time, dude. And it wasn't until recently that I was able to make a seat for Andrew and make a seat for Tyrell, like, because these are things where like they're not just employees; they're going to be they're an integral part of the brand,
Right.
right? And without these guys, I wouldn't be here. But they wouldn't be here if they didn't believe in me. You know
Right.
what I mean? If this was just another five and dime, bro, like
Right.
they'd be on to another business right now. You know what I mean? But they're all in because they believe in what I'm putting forward. And the same thing with you, man. Like you've got like, I want to show everybody the game right now. Now that Andrew's up from the chair, I think this would be a good time to try to like show everyone the little.
Yeah, we'll show some glimpses, a few screens, show the gameplay,
That'd be dope,
a
bro.
couple designs that are on there. I'll plug it in real quick.
Yeah, let's roll. This is gonna be good, man. So and Kurt, what up, big dog? I got you on the camera right now, man. And then all the guys from Kenwood are back. So these kids, bro, they were popping into Kenwood Mall when we were down here, and they were coming in, and they're like 5 or 6 of them at a time. And so when we opened up that store in Kenwood, I was like, hey, bro, like I'll give you guys, like a couple $100 in clothes every Saturday if you just want to come out and just walk around the mall and flirt with girls, bro. Like just come on in. Fucking, I'll give you a couple $100 in clothes and just walk around Kenwood Mall and just flirt with girls
But with the gear on and stuff.
with the gear on, bro. And but the thing, like the thing happened. What I was hoping for, I was like, I'm telling them like, just wear the clothes and go flirt. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to go. Oh, come in native and come see this stuff. These guys got so much, like they were so amped up and so they had so much credibility because I gave them clothes that it gave them the confidence to go talk to people, bro. And like when they went and talked to all these girls, like the clothes was just a second hand. Like, cause they had this like aura, like, yo, hey, what's going on? Like, what are you doing down here? Like they,
very observant too. So like,
yeah, bro.
talk-
So
they
and that
could
was
remember what he had on when he was talking to her. And all.
100%, bro. So the clothing's always a secondary to that because I made these kids feel good wearing the clothes for free, and then they were in Kenwood Mall getting to flirt with groups of girls, and that was basically their job. Hey, just come in at 12, just pick out a bunch of clothes, and then from 12 to 5, just walk around the mall and just flirt with girls, bro. That's it. That's all I want you to do.
I was wondering why you kept calling him Kenwood. I was like,
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's really cool, man. Having people like those guys just like latch onto the brand and then they're
Loyalty,
like,
loyalty.
dude,
Yeah.
it's incredible, man, and it's hard to find, bro. It's not, like I said, people don't want to until you have enough meat on the plate to let other people dream. They're not going to dream, bro. You
Right.
know what I mean? Because no one's going to be like, oh, my dream is my buddy's dream. You know what I mean? Like
right.
nobody wants to do that until there's like, yo, I'm a part of this. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro. So we're gonna so you've got this dope ass like computer hooked up to your phone where you just plug your phone in, and I'm guessing the iPhone can't do this.
So this is a portable monitor, just a portable display. There's all sorts of brands, but yeah, I'm a Samsung Android user, so yeah, it just plugs in right into your. I think that's some sort of C port. I forget what it's called. On the technical side.
USB-C, bro.
Yeah, they actually fine Apple every year for not using it, as a matter of fact. But
Set this right in front of that. Set it on the couch there, and then we're gonna see if we can get some good view, bro. Put it a little bit closer. Can you see it up there?
it needs to be up. It needs to elevate a little bit. It needs to come. And maybe like a pillow or something. This. Maybe this.
Here we go. Use this phone.
Yeah, that'll work. That's pretty good.
Threw that right in your fucking hand, bro. What's up?
And go a little closer.
No, take it off the pillow, and then put the phone underneath the tripod there. Yeah, just like that.
That's good enough. I think they'll get
Straighten it out. We can get a little bit better.
Yeah, you could go closer too.
Yeah, get a little bit closer. Let's close in those edges. All right,
I'll
perfect.
do my best to navigate this.
Put it in the center, like put it this way a little bit and straighten it out. This way, straighten it out. Like this and then this.
Let's see here.
There you go.
Uh,
All right, that'll work. All right, man. So this is
Let's see here.
so this is his computer right here, right around the whole screen, and then well, obviously that's your phone.
So, yeah, this is just a mobile display. This is my application that's kind of in the final stages of being developed here. So this is essentially your launch page. This is
When this is on, because this is going to be on the Android and the iPhone.
both. Yep.
So there's going to be both of them. So this is the main screen of the ASAP Gaming.
Yep. I'll just kind of real quick go through the main screen. So here's your little profile. This is your purse. These are the coins that are collected in the game itself.
All right.
And you transfer these into your actual coin center, which is right down here as the main option. Here's Ari. We talked about Ari earlier.
Yeah.
Ari's the
So
guy.
Ari reminds me of Eve, bro, from
Eva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is one of my wife will cry every time she sees a moment from God damn. What's see, now I'm getting beat across. Wally, yeah.
Yeah,
God
Wally,
damn.
Wally's great. Well, real side note on Ari real quick. Me and my design team spent half a day trying to pick his name. The importance of his name goes without even. People don't understand the importance of something that's simple.
Right.
You
No,
can't name him like
Phil.
Tyrannosaurus or
Yeah.
like Phil.
Yeah.
Right? It has to be like simple, appealing to everybody. Like
Ari is very, very artificial. It's very like
Right.
integrated. Yeah,
Right.
it's the perfect name for a robot.
it has some Greek name too. I don't know what it is, but okay. Anywho, where am I? I think my phone went off. So there's Ari. This is our logo. Jay and I are both repping ASAP label now. Here's how you start a new game, but we won't get into that. I'll kind of show everybody what it's just the core functionality that we spoke about. How's the look of it? Okay, yeah, it looks pretty good.
Hey, there it is.
So here's the flashing.
It's literally like Guitar Hero. All right, so do you have to click them down there? Like,
Yeah, so this color and this letter you have to match with it falling,
okay,
and then on top of that,
and it's like the A's blinking, the third A's blinking.
that's
So
what you need now. Yep.
okay,
Yep. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can actually physically select with this control, but you would touch it with your finger if you were actually playing.
right.
And so you would be looking for. See how it just switched right there?
Yeah.
So now you're looking for. Oh, it switched back. This yellow A as it falls. Meanwhile, you're trying to collect these coins, and these coins will, like I said, accumulate.
So
in the
you want
purse.
to click the coins from the screen, and then you have to click the ASAP when you want to. Okay, dope.
alongside it. There's no the ultimate key is you have to acquire 3 stars before you get all of these lit,
Oh, dope.
or else the game will end. So
Yeah.
that's kind of some of the stuff that I want the user to have to figure out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can't go straight into the game and be like ASAP and then the level ends,
Right.
because you're not going to go to the next level. You actually have to have 3 stars at least to advance, and collecting coins is what generates the stars. So as you collect, right, like I told you, you would accumulate them up here. But we'll exit off. I'll kind of show you. So here's the coin center. This is the balance that gets transferred from the purse.
All right.
So it's essentially like your bank account for
Yeah.
for the user. And you go into the shop here, and this is where I want to put a native icon.
Hey, fuck yeah.
So then a user can buy a native or whatever icon you want at this point with X amount of coins, right? And so right now our deal of the day is this controller for 40 coins, and then all the icons, scroll down, whatever they might be.
Right. So if you buy that controller right there, then what does that do? Does that give you like easier access to?
Yeah. So up here in the right corner, great question, is the inventory. And so here's how many of each thing you have
Okay.
that you've bought with the coins.
Right.
All right. And so Now the ultimate question is, okay, I'm playing this game, I'm collecting these coins, I'm buying these things. What do I do with them, right? And this is where it ties in the whole concept, and essentially why I'm sitting here today is that, the goal of ASAP is to be a brand designed by gamers for gamers designed by gamers.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
way you want to say it. So you go into this design studio, and this is essentially where all the magic happens.
Ooh wee, bro.
And the ASAP label, our logo is automatically generated when you open it up. But you go in here and you select the icons that you want to use to design, your stuff.
So you can get like the Ari icon to put on the shirt, and you can put it anywhere you want to.
Yeah, you can move it around and resize it. It's just hard with this control, but
For sure.
oh, there it went a little bit. But then you can delete it off if you like. But
So you can create your own T-shirt and then click save or buy or whatever you need to do.
right here is the save, and then you hit OK, and then if you go back, the only functionality we have right now is you can share. So this is where I could see, the 10 to 16-year-olds just polluting social media, polluting their friends with all their cool designs that they're making off of this application, right? And then you can share it anywhere you like at this point.
That's incredible.
Instagram, message your friends.
Oh yeah, you can text message somebody.
Yeah,
the whole
someone.
nine.
Kurt, did you get my text yet?
No, man.
He blocked
It's his
me.
phone, bro. It's his phone. He's
doesn't
on
even know
those
me.
anytime minutes right now.
He doesn't even know me, and I'm blocked. But yeah, so to your point though, eventually, for about 10K, we can integrate a buy now feature. Right.
10K in coins.
No, $10,000. We could put a buy now feature in here,
Oh, dope.
so we could do the physical shirt.
Oh, cool.
Right. Integrate that with our Shopify, which is our website, which is, all of that. But yeah, that's pretty much the premise of it. Pretty cool stuff.
That's awesome, man. And so like I asked before, was this something that you've been doing, or is this something that you got involved with, like once you came up with the idea? Did you already know how to create all this?
So I actually designed the interface, but I didn't write the code. Right. So I designed the screens that we just went through,
Right.
and then they executed all of the coding to bring it to life. Yep.
It's crazy, bro, that like back in the MySpace days, like we were just into coding. Like somehow somebody like whether it was YouTube or something, but like we all knew how to do coding back in like the early 2000s. And then all of a sudden it was just like went away, bro. Like once Facebook or once MySpace disappeared, it was like people forgot how to do coding again, man.
Right. Do you mind if I share another thing real quick?
For sure, bro.
One of the things we have is a partnership with VModa. So I want to give them a shout out. VModa, for y'all that don't know, is a music company.
All right.
But they have Roland is the music company.
For sure.
Roland Music. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
VModa is the headset division.
Oh, dope.
So I have contracted with them. We're talking about the designs. The ability to print our designs on VModa headsets.
Oh, that's awesome, bro.
So I don't know, is it this one right here?
Yeah.
So if you see on this headset is my
Oh,
is
that's
ASAP,
dope as fuck, bro.
But
Yeah, that's not cheap either. That's put
headset-
on there.
yeah. So I've like I was trying to communicate earlier, and sorry if I'm repeating myself, but we want to own the design, right? Whether it's coming off of here, whether it's my design team, whether it's you, and then we're just bringing it to life.
Right.
We want to own the design, and if you want to put it on here, awesome. You want to put it on a shirt, awesome. You want it virtually, the best, but
For
that's long term.
I mean,
right?
if you can team up with somebody like that, and then you can put your logo on it, that's incredible, bro.
Right,
Like,
so
and if
we
you can
can-
help them sell those, then they're gonna be all about it for sure.
Yeah, that's right. So like if you're a gamer at home listening right now and you want a dope pair of like industry sound quality, headphones with your custom design on the side, we can make it happen, right?
That's fire, bro.
Yeah. So shout out to Vmoto. I appreciate you all giving me a chance as I'm slowly getting started. Kurt, you want to see him? Yeah. And so it comes with the gamers. The gamers in the audience probably want to know. This is the actual.
Hey, nice long ass cord, bro.
Yeah. So this plugs into the actual headphones. So
Yeah.
there's your, there's your mic.
Yep.
Right.
Got the volume control right there too.
Yeah, volume control, clips on, and there's your mic. But I mean, the one thing about the gaming, the gaming market is they're very budget conscious.
Always, bro.
Right,
I mean,
they don't- they just
like
are.
that's the thing, man. When it comes to that stuff, bro, like spending, if they spend thousands of dollars to try to like, save $1.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
per fucking
Right.
piece.
Right. So these are not the cheapest option for a gaming headset, but from a customization
You
standpoint,
can't have cheap headsets, bro. Like
It's
that's
no,
one thing.
right.
Like my wife was she was playing Valorant the other day, and she's got a 7.1 surround sound in her headphones, which is insane. So she already died on the game, and so she was watching the last player on her team, and she was like, behind you. And the guy turned around, and before he was able to get killed, he was able to kill the guy, and they won that game right there. And he literally stopped. He was like, "How did you know that?" And she was like, "Oh, it's my headphones. I got 7.1 surround sound." I'm like, "Kaylin, clip that." Like clip that, and then you need to tag Steel Series, because like even the guy that won the game didn't know how you knew to hear this, and it was a 7.1 surround sound. So you've got like three, like you got front, mids, and behinds all in this little thing. Plus you got another center channel and a subwoofer, bro. Like
awesome.
on a 7.1 in a headset, which is insane to think. And it's just like people don't realize like something like that will go so much further down the road, man, where you don't realize.
You want some native ones? We can make it happen.
I love, bro. That'd be super
You
dope.
want some
Yeah,
native? All right, we'll touch base. Yeah, I got you.
yeah, that'd be
100%.
super fire, bro.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and we showed the Andrew's back. I appreciate you, bro. So the store's open, so he had to go take care of a couple customers, but we went through the whole synopsis of what the game looks like.
Yeah.
The playability and all that shit, man.
Yeah, we went over earlier before
It
we
looked
went
cool
live.
as
yeah.
fuck, bro.
It's getting there. It's
It looked
getting
very
yeah,
cool.
Appreciate it.
let's do it.
So the next step, bro. So when do you plan on launching this thing? So I know you're going to Portugal now. So this is going to be, I would assume, 12 months or something before it's actually able to launch. I mean, I don't know how long you have to spend in Portugal before it. I feel like you got most of the work done already.
Right. Well, exactly. So the thing is, I'm trying to get to Portugal with an offer that is irrefusable for venture capital, right? And that's why I'm trying to get this to a place where if you walk in the door and you're like, just cash signs, like Wile E. Coyote, right? Right?
Yeah.
Tongue rolling out and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's where I want it to be,
Right.
right? Like if the model for designing merchandise for influencers isn't the best, and they only want to invest in the game, then I'm good. I'm there. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay, fine. We go that route, right?
I mean, you could even take your own merch as a whole different financial gain
Yeah.
because it would be part of the contract,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Exactly. See.
I see. I'm there.
Yeah. So there's multiple like what I'm trying to do has multiple branches, but it's just like when you're funding it out of pocket to start. As I mentioned earlier, the best route for me was to invest in the mobile game because it makes the most sense with my audience.
Yeah.
Right, and it's more of a parachute than, trying to start a whole new line that no one's aware of for gamers.
Right.
Who
Right.
spend
Right.
most of their time on a screen anyway, so
Yeah.
probably don't know much about what's going on in
In the fashion
trends in
world,
fashion
yeah,
world,
100%, right,
100%,
right. They're
So
they're just putting their energy elsewhere. Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So the goal once I get over there is to essentially be prepared, right? To the extent that it's hard to say no, right?
So this specific investor that you're looking for that you can't say no, are you saying do you want them to be more of on the the back end, or do you want them to be like a partner in the daily ins and outs.
So I think there's both.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's both. So I think there's the investor that wants to be a partner, and I'm for seed funding and like Series A funding where I'm at right now. I'm really looking for more partnership because there's so much work to be done.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much work to be done that the amount of anxiety that it gives me, like it's hard.
Okay.
It's just tough, right? Because you're like, the website needs to be this way, social media needs to be this way, right? Like this design needs to be that way, the game needs to be this way. Like there's just so many.
Yeah,
like,
and all works in uniform.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just and there's just so much anxiety when there's all this stuff that you are trying to get perfect enough that somebody sees what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Right, and so why I keep saying I want to, like, to have the golden ticket ready is because, to me, that the mobile application, the game, could be the golden ticket in itself, without necessarily, if an investor says, we're not too keen on you designing, professional gamers' looks, because we do that.
Yeah.
Right, we design for gamers out there that are, streaming every day.
Yeah, established. Yep.
That are established,
Right,
right? Yeah,
right.
we do that, and we run their merch lines.
Yep.
But maybe they're like, we're not interested in that, right? It's a lot easier to say, no, I'm not interested in that, but we think there's a lot to be had with what you're doing with this game.
Yeah.
Right, and so
create the next addictive Jewel game,
right.
or Farmville, or whatever the next trend is.
Right.
ASAP is easy digestible. You know what I mean?
Right.
Every time I think it, I just keep thinking ASAP Rocky. If you could get him as a spokesperson, just
ASAP,
like,
are you out there?
Yeah, that's what I'm
A$AP
saying.
Rocky, if
I'm just saying.
you catch this,
put that in the hemisphere.
shout
universe.
us out. Find us asaplabel.com.
That's what I'm saying. So I was going to ask, actually, speaking of the branding, ASAP label. Why did you choose a label? Because I see it down the sheet here. It's all the branding is ASAP label. Why that word?
Right.
Label.
So it's a very good question, and I did not want to pin myself in a corner out of the gate. Right. So when I went ASAP label, I'm thinking record label.
I figured.
Right.
Why record label?
Because that's what I'm trying to essentially create for the gaming enthusiasts. Right? Like,
We always, in the music industry, we always kind of considered labels as like glorified banks with a social media following. So like that's kind of how we view. Like trying to get money from a label can be a daunting task. So like you gotta, because they want all the proof. They want those
Right.
asses in seats. They want to know how many people are coming to your shows and how many people are paying pre-sale. How many people are there already a fan that everything.
So I know nothing of
Sure,
it to
but
that level.
but the label is a big
When I was
part of
thinking-
it.
Right. When I was thinking label, I was just thinking like the overarching umbrella
umbrella.
that
Yeah.
these artists are a part of.
Yeah.
And so I want to be that umbrella for, like we said, the kids in the cul-de-sac.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be that umbrella for, pros or semi-pro gamers. I want to be that umbrella for the clubs and
And you
colleges
don't.
and universities.
So you're not putting yourself in a corner, bro. That's the one thing that actually Jordan Blackmore told me back when I first started Native. He was like, he started a hair salon and it started in Miami called 3 Square Studios, and he didn't want to call it a salon, and he was adamant on that. He was like, look, bro, like, so when I started Native, he was like, don't pigeon yourself into a clothing brand, do it where it's synonymous across the board. And he was able to get a pair of Nike shoes where they did a 3 Square Studio Stefan Janoski Nike shoe where it had the 3 Square logo on the sole. And like that's the type of thinking that he was already thinking outside the box, man. So I've always taken that into consideration when I started the brand. It was like, don't pigeonhole yourself into something that you can't get out of, man. Like, you don't want to. I don't want to pigeon myself all into just a clothing brand when all the social media stuff is going on and all the podcast stuff is going on, and so we can just go across the board and we can just be like a social media company instead of just a clothing brand.
Right.
So that's the same thing, man. So I see you where it's a label because you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into a gaming community or pigeonhole itself into a game.
That's right. Into a game.
Into a game, not a gaming
Right.
community, because gaming community is what you want. You don't want to pigeonhole yourself into a game.
That's right. Because then you're Nintendo again. Then you're Xbox. Then you're Blizzard.
Yeah,
Then-
right.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's not trying.
And
to
then
do
and
that.
then you're licensing the T-shirts for 10% sales to other companies when you can house it in house, and you can be the creator and you can have that tangible product. That's the best part, man. Is like always having. What did I say that when I was talking to Kalen? There has to be like not a gimmick, but there has to be something there that gets them to go, oh, bro, I need this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there has to be. It's not a gimmick because it's not a trick.
It's the light bulb.
It's something added in there. It's
Yeah.
the extra. It's the one step that you took to go a little bit further that makes ASAP bigger and better, bro.
Right.
And I see that. I see that the fact that you're already there and you haven't even gone like to even incubate this thing yet. You know what I mean? In Portugal is incredible, bro. Like I can't wait to see what. Like once you bring 6 people from Portugal on board and you got 6 other brains involved that are going to be like plucking away and going, we could do this, we could do that,
Right.
you know, and as long as you're expanding and not contrasting, you know, like your goal, like this is going to be something that you're going to be able to there's going to be longevity in this for real, man.
Yeah,
Two
I
thoughts.
appreciate it.
Two thoughts. First, I just randomly thought of it. Bungie was like the online gaming community or something like
That's
that
right.
for Halo and other.
Yeah,
I remember-
Bungie was pretty big.
Yeah. I don't know what that just popped in my head. My homies. I was never big into that. Like I said, I played RuneScape, and then I kind of got into music, and I didn't really go and venture into the video games as much. And then I was also thinking, have you started a Discord?
Have a Discord. Yeah,
I'm
and
sure
you're
we're on the same.
And you're
same-
and you said you guys are streaming on Twitch now.
Yes.
That's a gaming puff.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what, yeah.
That's one of the originators for this whole thing is the Twitch
Yeah.
aspect, because
Yeah.
his wife does the streaming, and that's a big part of it. We'd like to combine them to a degree, like get her and get like it'd be awesome to have her game
All right,
live
can
on.
we pause real quick?
Yeah.
This is the second time I'm hearing Jay's wife is a gamer.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Bro, can I do it? Can we get her a ASAP design?
Bro, she would love it, man.
Yeah,
she
man.
would love to for sure. She's pretty too, man. And she's funny as fuck. She's cursing out these little kids.
Oh,
Does she
yeah.
have a virtual Does she have an avatar or persona yet?
Oh yeah. She's got.
Let us ASAPify it.
Yeah.
Let us label it.
100%, bro. She'd be all in for it because she's got like I made her own little like 30-second intro where it's got her little face that pops up with a little kissy face on it.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with this thing." I'm like, "It's the best." Like being able to post a video like how we do like the native TV podcast coming soon. You know, like get ready or whatever. Like, and that just lets you prepare.
Yep.
So everything's already set and ready, and all you got to do is hit one button and then you're live. You know what I mean? Like that's the best part, bro.
Yeah.
But
it's like-
she's obsessed with it, man. And like, so she got 38 followers on her last view. So she's at like 120 followers now. And she's like so giddy over it. Because it's hard getting fucking followers on
Anyone.
anything, bro. Like YouTube is so hard to get followers on, man. I'm sure Twitch is just as hard. Because like somebody like her, like she's gorgeous. She's funny as fuck. She's like she cries at the cats in the game, like you know what I mean, and like she has all, and she's good as fuck, bro. She's headshots all day.
What's she playing?
She's playing Valorant right now. That's like her game that she's really good at.
Okay.
She just played Stray. Have you seen Stray yet?
The cat game.
Cat game,
Yeah.
bro, so fire. She beat it. She beat it the first day that she played it, which you know, it's a short game. But
Indie game, right?
yeah. But that's just the first of many, right? Like
Right.
you just like you, bro. You put it out to see if people like it, and they go, "God damn, I can be a cat," you know, and I can do shit that cats do, like.
Yeah.
But you know, like that game was one of those things where like everything's like in the future, so there's no human beings. Everything's like all AI and shit. So, you know, when her AI died, she bawled on camera. She's like, "I'm not gonna play the game again because I don't want to cry on camera again." I'm like, that's what gets views.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Cry those eyes out.
your real actions to somebody created this and somebody wanted they wanted to pull on your heartstrings.
right.
So the fact that you bawled your eyes out when the AI died in this game just goes to show that the creators did exactly what they wanted to do, man.
Yeah, they hit human emotion through a video game. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Through a movie, any piece of content, if you're hitting human emotion to where you can involuntarily you can't control what's happening, that is a good creation.
Right.
That's hitting human
That's
emotion.
what everybody goes for.
That's what
bro.
you're going for. That is a hard thing to achieve. And like the beauty of like what Kaylin's doing is we live in like a really like oversaturated world where there's so many opportunity, there's ads everywhere you go. To even get one follower is a victory. We don't see that as a small win. When people are getting mass followers, it's normally because something caught on, major media caught on, and then other people jump on because popular creates popular. Rich get richer. So like when you're on the smaller scale, every single follower is $100 bill. So you just have to remember that someone only getting, let's say like 100 followers, that's not a ton, blah blah blah. No, it is a ton because that 100 followers is going to turn to 10,000, and you need to remember when you're at those 100 followers.
Mhm.
And then that creates the content going forward, because if you're sitting at the 100,000 followers, you might get complacent. You might be like, I already got them. I don't have to worry about keeping that up. But like if it's the real ones that keep that content going and keeping that crying on camera, keeping the real emotion there, like Kaylin and like a lot of other people out there that are trying to grind, they have to remember, like, it's hard to get a follower. Is it worth my time to follow you on something? Like, is it worth it? Like,
Right.
Isn't that crazy,
that's-
bro? Like
that's how I look at it. Yeah.
So I remember back in like the MySpace days, like because it was, I didn't want to click too many clothing brands because they all popped up on the left side. So it says like, oh, he's a fan of Supreme and all these other things. So you were real selective on what you liked. But at this day and age, like I can like 15 different comedians on Instagram or Facebook, and it doesn't affect my bottom line at all,
No,
right?
right.
It just changes the algorithm of what I get to see.
Correct.
So you got to start putting stuff out that people are going to want to see on a continual basis. And if you can figure that out, then you figured out the algorithm.
See, MySpace was the beauty of MySpace is I had MySpace figured out. There were these things called like follow trains. Do you remember follow trains? Do you remember MySpace very well? Were you a part of it? So you could be on. MySpace was like bulletins. So everything came in order of what you posted. So there were these trains, and you'd be at the train, as in like everyone follows behind you. So everyone that's at the top, every person has to follow the top person, and then they get to
I
be.
do remember that.
They get to be. That's how I got all the
Yeah.
followers that I did under Andrew Ice back in the day. It used to be drop kicking.
Ice, baby.
Andrew Ice, yeah, Eisler, you know, is the easiest way for me to get people to pronounce my name right. But I was originally drop kicking Care Bears, and then I was like, you know what, I need something a little more branded, and then I kind of figured it out. But and then the band thing took off, whatever. But like these trains, I would be at the top as Andrew Ice, and then some girl and whatever, because there's always a guy and a girl, and like that's how you were able to collect huge amounts of fans, like thousands and thousands of people. I collected them all the time. I didn't know them, didn't matter.
Right.
It just was about when I'd post, my interaction was crazy, and I had my profile as one square, so you didn't have to scroll, and the music, all I cared about was the band playing. That was my thought. Like, I want, if looks could kill, to everybody to hear the song. That's all I cared. A Hartwell ending or whatever, who was playing. But like, that was my mentality. Now it would be like, all right, how can I sell something? But back then I was like, I want people to see my song. Like,
that's right.
that's all I care about. Like, I'm gonna highlight this. Everything else, my profile picture doesn't matter. Like, whatever.
Right.
It always had a guitar in it or something. But yeah, I had MySpace figured out because I'd get on the top of the trains and everyone had to follow me. And like, I just got on a bunch. And once you figure it out, you're able to get on multiple ones. And that's, I mean, thousands of people would follow me and become my friend. And I had a bunch. I didn't know them. It was just a platform. And then Facebook came, and I was like, oh, well, screw MySpace. Like, we're going to something better. But like at the time, if it was now, that amount of content, the amount of people I had that I could produce, I'm sure I could create a whole business or two on those people alone.
Right.
And that doesn't exist anymore. That kind of platform isn't that. But just thinking back to those days, like we missed out on an era of something that could have been like the golden age, but it wasn't ready yet. It wasn't.
Bro, we were talking about the fucking coding of MySpace earlier, like
I used to
how
code,
we
yeah.
were all coders.
We were all
and didn't even
coders.
notice.
HTML, we crushed it. We all knew how to do everything. Like as little kids, like we are in middle school.
You know what Tom's doing now?
What is Tom doing?
Photography.
Is he?
Bro, he's got six.
I haven't seen Tom's stuff in
So
forever.
Tom sold Facebook for like $600 million,
Bought
right?
a camera and went and shoot.
And he bought a camera, bro. Like go to. He's got an Instagram.
Oh, does he?
Ironically,
I'm gonna
fucking
follow-
Tom from MySpace
Oh, I'm
has
gonna
a Tom
follow
from
him.
Instagram,
Yeah.
and it's fire, bro. Like whatever camera he's using was.
He's using $600 million.
Yeah, bro.
Camera,
He took at least 100 million of that 600 and put it towards the camera that he's using because that shit's fire. And all he does is go around and take photos now. And he's like people rip on him all the time, like, oh, fucking Tom, where you at now? He's like, I'm taking photos, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm having
Can't hand
a
me.
good time.
I was every one of your all's friends. I was literally the top friend of your,
I was your first friend.
your
bro.
first friend, right? Yeah, with that
Like that,
goofy
like,
ass
bro,
picture
so
in front of the
genius,
whiteboard.
man.
Yeah, like come on,
So
man.
genius.
Like I give no shit to Tom. Tom opened a lot of doors.
Bro, I mean,
I discovered the day to
sold-
remember because of Tom.
He sold.
I don't
He
know if you know
sold.
who they are, but-
He sold the brand at the top of the food chain. So whatever happened in MySpace had nothing to do with him. It had to do with Business Insider or whoever the fuck he sold it to, like
Yeah.
Wire or whatever. Like there
Didn't
was.
Justin Timberlake involved? With
Yeah,
it?
I think Justin Timberlake was one of the buyers of it. So like definitely that falls back on Justin, because if you can't turn MySpace out when Tom was doing a good job of it, then player,
right?
come on, dirty
right,
pop.
you gotta get your team on that, bro. You got a team like, I mean, that's the thing with MySpace is like it was the pave maker for it created the path that everyone else lives on now. Because like Facebook would not be as big without MySpace.
Do you remember?
Because we were prepared for it.
Do you remember the hot girls of MySpace? Do you remember Christina Dolce?
I know the name.
Do you remember
but-
Christina Dolce?
I wasn't.
So there was like when MySpace, that was like the first like social media thing. So that was the first time that people were able to like interact with people from across the countries and shit like that. So this chick Christina Dolce got real popular. She was Vixen something, I don't know, man. It was so anyways, she was one of the top, and then this other girl, Chaos, she lives here in Cincinnati now, but she like there were like some of the top MySpace, like Christina Dolce was going around town just like going to clubs. Like she was getting paid to go to clubs and show up. She ended up dying of alcohol poisoning over the whole thing. So like if you remember like
enough shots.
Christina Dolce, yeah, rest in peace to her, man. She died
Man.
she wasn't even 30 years old. She ended up dying like of like liver failure or something crazy,
Too
bro.
much
where, like,
partying.
that's the thing. Like she was the most popular MySpace person on the planet. You know what I mean? Like everybody wanted to bring her in just to throw a party at the club. But one of my friends, Vanessa Chaos, she was one of those MySpace girls that was traveling all around, and she ended up moving to Cincinnati because she ended up hooking up with Close to Home. Remember the band?
Yeah.
So-
We were
so-
supposed to tour with them. I knew
Yeah,
them.
so Justin, the drummer,
Mhm.
she ended up hooking up with him, and they ended up like starting a whole life where he dropped out of the band.
I remember when Justin left.
and-
Yeah,
yeah.
I know them. I mean, they became another band. Like we were supposed to tour with them to Indy and stuff. Like I know we played with them at Madison Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame that they didn't go as
They were
far
huge.
as they should have.
Dude,
yeah.
they had like they got to they had the intro song for the Olympics, the Summer Olympics. They were like they had this chanting intro to their album, and it was literally the song the Olympics
That's incredible.
opened for.
Dude.
Yeah,
How crazy
they
is
still
that?
get royalty checks from that. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
But
JJ and all them. Yeah,
But
I know.
Justin's doing real well now, man. So him and Vanessa, like they started their own clothing company where they just mass produce like silkscreen shit like out of their house. They've done stuff for me before, for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean they're just like two of the dopest people on the planet. Like they're the fact that Vanessa like came out of MySpace unscathed, and how Justin came out of Close to Home unscathed, and they're still thriving and doing really well. Like it's super dope to see, man, because like
What was that country? Close to Home was the biggest band in Australia, or
yeah.
they were the number one band in a country out of the United States, out of Cincy. The number one band on all the Billboard charts. Close to Home was, and they're local Cincinnati. Yeah, and the whole country.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's and like if every big artist, like we're talking hip hop, rap, anything, and they were like a metalcore band. They just happened to have a few like pop rocks, like rock songs that hit the top of the charts in other countries, and they were the #1 band.
Do you know what
That's
happened close to
insane.
home? Was that like what was
They became-
what
they
was the
became-
owner? What was the lead singer's name? Chris.
Eventually became Andrew, they became actual villains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They
So
became
they're are they doing well now?
Andrew moved to California. I don't know. I don't think actual villains is a thing anymore unless Andrew's just doing it by himself. But
Mhm.
they aren't doing anything. No. I know JJ is doing his own thing. The whole guy, all the guys.
Bro,
are really-
the music industry is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like you,
It
like
eats
talk
you
about
up.
having to strike while the iron's hot. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There's so many of our friends that have made it big,
and then
and
time runs
now,
out.
and now they're back grinding.
Well, when well, a big part of that is when Warped Tour kind of bellied up. When Kevin Lyman decided it was time to end Warped Tour, that kind of took the wind out of a lot of bands like Miss May I, Devil Wears Prada, all these large bands that were huge
on the cusp, yeah.
on the huge scale, like headliners and playing in front of huge audiences because of Warped Tour. But when that's gone, that leaves a void. There's a void there. There's all these kids that want to listen to it, but there's no place unless they book a tour. But like that's just not the same.
Yeah, we got to get Josh Handy on the podcast, bro. He was one of the hands for the Warped Tour for a long time. He was one of the stage guys. They had their own show on like Spike 2 or like one of those like third party channels. Or it was called Roadies.
Oh, Roadies. I know
Yeah,
Roadies. Yeah.
Yeah, so they had their own show for a while, man,
Yeah.
which is super cool. But
I have Greg on that episode too. Greg Gonzalez goes back with all the Warped Tour guys too.
oh no,
He goes, yeah, he's been out there doing his thing forever.
bro. So speaking of that, man, it was super cool being able to. I popped in your birthday party, and I just missed Greg.
Yeah.
So like Greg just got off stage. He had no shirt on. He was sweating head to toe, like just walking over to the merch booth. And I was
Puts
like,
that time in the
I
gym,
was like,
don't he?
God damn, bro, I'm so mad that I just missed this set because he was just sweating from head to toe. And I got to introduce him to Kaylin because I don't think she's ever met him before.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, you got to sign my ticket. I've got 2 tickets, by the way,
Oh, cool.
for you. Yeah.
Dude, that's dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a ticket. I didn't even get my poster.
I'm sure you didn't.
I
And
was
but
busy.
But
I
it
was
says
so
it says
busy.
like Andrew Eiler's birthday on it,
Yeah.
or like whatever it
Yeah,
said.
and
so.
it was Andrew Eisler and DJ Frodo's summer birthdays,
Yeah.
plural, because there was multiple people celebrating their birthday. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to just summer birthday bash. I wanted the birthdays, plural. Other
Right.
people were involved. It's not about just me or DJ Frodo, because Greg had just a birthday on the July 15th. He just celebrated his too.
dope.
So we all were celebrating. Like, I was so busy that night though. Like I saw you all, and then I had to go, and then like.
Bro, Kaylin goes, I'm so glad that we came down there because the look on Andrew's face when he saw you was worth the entire trip. Like,
Yeah.
and then like
I was so excited to see. I knew you're busy, so like I wasn't sure.
No, never too busy for that shit,
Yeah.
bro.
It
Never
was-
too busy. But like that's the thing. Like we had it set. Like I'm going. We're gonna do this. And then like when we get there, like your eyes just lit up, and Kaylin was like, it's all worth it. Like everything was like it was.
Dude, love you.
But
Thank you so much.
it was so cool. Like walking in, like downstairs was packed, bro. Like when we walked in.
It was.
And so we, once we walked through, I'm like, there's some more upstairs. She's like, there's more upstairs. I'm like, yeah. And so
Yeah.
we walked up there, and that's where everybody was. And it was like there was like probably 150, 200 people downstairs.
Yep.
But when we walk upstairs, it was like packed, bro, to the brim.
Shoulder to shoulder, yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was like, holy shit, everyone's out here for Andrew's birthday. I'm like, bro, tell me about it, man. This is like,
Yeah.
they're all here for
I
him.
booked it all in this room.
Yeah.
I'm like in here working, trying to get this all together, like putting hours in, but like it was worth it. Like it was just, I don't know. I loved seeing all the bands get new fans. That's all I just wanted the bands to get new fans that they've never played in front of. So I put 3, 4, 5 genres in one show and just packed them all in a room. If you don't like metal, that sucks. Figure it out. We'll go upstairs. Like that's how I viewed it. Like that's how I wanted. I just wanted, I don't know, and everyone that played were friends of mine. There's not
Yeah.
one person I didn't know really, other than one band we had a band come in from Atlanta that was added on from another band, but like outside of them, we knew them all, and they were all the homies, and everyone got an opportunity, and everyone.
Bro, I was
Yeah, it was great.
super impressed with everybody he brought in, man. Like, Say When, like, he
Yeah,
he was
he's
on stage
awesome.
by himself, bro, and just fucking crushing the whole thing. Right?
Yeah, dude.
And then well, Joe, was that his name? Joe over here?
Joey
Joey,
Loker
bro.
from
Jesus
Fisco.
Christ, bro. So my wife goes like we're walking by. She goes, "Did you see what he was wearing?" I'm like, he looked like the goddamn lead singer of the Killers, bro. Like,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
dressed up like. So when he was here on the podcast,
Low key as fuck.
like normal t-shirt, normal jeans, just like an old school hat, and he was like, I think I'm gonna buy a native hat so I can wear it on the podcast. And so he was just sitting here being like this normal dude, and then we get to the show, and this dude's wearing high waters, bro. Like I'm talking like he's wearing like polyester pants that are up to his stomach, like past his belly button. Then he's got a shirt tucked in, and this dude is like, bro, I wanted to hug him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like
You
that's
podcasted with him just a few days before.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but
He seemed like a new person,
But
though.
he stepped into his persona, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yes, he did.
that's those are things that I love, man. Like I love that Say When is who he is all the time. Like Christian is just like
Yes.
that dude all the time. But the fact that like he performs, you know what I mean? That's a performer.
He is.
Well, I mean, Say When is too. I mean, he was
They're
crawling
they're
all over
different.
the
They're
floor.
different.
And
They're different entities. Say Win is like he is a
he puts his heart everywhere he goes.
emotional into his craft. Joey's like just because they're both next level talent. I mean, Say When is on the verge of-
Joey puts it all out there for the hour and a half he's on stage, and Say When puts it out there 24
Yeah.
hours a day,
Yeah,
as long as
Joey-
he's awake.
Joey's a married man, just hangs out, does his thing, and then when he gets on stage, he has everyone screaming his name, and it's like, I remember when
Bro,
I
I was so impressed, especially like because the crowd, bro, like the crowd control that he had was fire,
know.
and like he was like he told me too, like we had like 10 people on that side of the couch, and he was like, this guy right here will bring in 300 people on his own, and polite dude, like waited for his turn to talk, like you know what I mean, like Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to hug him so bad, like she's because Caitlin literally, she was like, "Did you see what he was wearing?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I saw what he was wearing."
yeah.
Love that shit.
Yeah,
man.
dude, for sure. Like when I chose the people for the show, like there's a few that couldn't play, but like there's a few others that were next level. But when I messaged Joey, I was like, hey, I'm putting my birthday show on, because I was like the first one to ever book him. Period. I booked him at Madison Theater as an internship.
He gave
show.
you a shout out too, and you
Yeah.
didn't hear it. You
I
were
didn't
standing
hear it.
next to me when he was like, "We started this.
Yeah.
You know, we came down here. Our very first show was down here. Angel Eyes gonna put us on. I'm looking over there, and you're just like head like in the middle of a conversation. I'm like, he's not even hearing.
I didn't even hear.
He's
it.
not even getting his flowers right now,
It's
bro.
all right. It's all right. I don't need the flowers. I just want him to be happy. But like, it's just he is just such a genuine person, and like at the end of the day, like they create amazing music. Like everything that he does is just because like the first time I saw him play outside of because the internship show he just played on an acoustic guitar, but the second time I booked him, he was at this little. He called it Pineapple Squad, which is goofy, but it is what it is. The name, I still have the flyer, like Pineapple Squad. That's it. You're thinking SpongeBob, right? So like he gets on stage and he has a whole band behind him, and they play a song as a band, and then he gets out his like all his looping technology. So he like starts making beats on stage, and he starts doing these beats, and he loops it. And he does another beat, another thing, and he loops it, and he loops another thing, and loops another thing, and he gets them all together, and he has the song playing behind him. And I'm like sitting there on the side of the stage next to the bartender, and she's watching. She's like, this is amazing. This kid is just looping these songs. I was like, yeah, it's super cool. Then he plays a whole song of him singing to his loops behind him, and the band's just sitting there. They're all drinking water. They're all just chilling on the drum set and just being casual. They're being funny because this kid's doing the whole song by himself, literally, like top to bottom, period. No one's helping him. So he's like doing it, and the bartender's like, this kid's amazing. I'm like, isn't he? He's so good. And he did a whole 3.5 minute song of all loops, and then he just sang a full song in key over his own stuff. Blew my mind. I was like, Joey, you are just different. You are built different.
It's like
He's
Keller
like,
Williams.
yeah. I'm like, and he's like, and he doesn't. He's just so humble. He's like, yeah. I can't wait till the next show. I'm like, you're amazing. Okay. And then now they're huge because obviously talent finds its way, whatever. But when he agreed to play the show, I was like, I was sitting at home. I messaged him and Beloved Youth, who also did a kind of a co-headline on the rooftop for that show, and both of them said, we're in, back to back. And I haven't done a happy dance in a long time, dude. And I did a happy dance. I was like, oh my goodness, Frisco's playing this
Sick.
show. This show's about to be lit. Like, we're good. Because I knew what they're gonna bring to the table. No one has to tell me. No one. Like, it doesn't matter if I don't promote the show for 1 second beyond that. As soon as Joey says we're playing at Madison Live this date, 200 people are coming. It's just the way it is. It's like, I mean, it's just who they bring and how his energy, it just goes into the universe, and everyone just comes to him because, like, I've heard people shout his name, like the whole entire Madison Theater at an internship show. Everyone's shouting this kid's name. One person, and he's just from Anderson High School, local high school.
I went to Anderson High School.
Did you go to Anderson? That's where he went.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's much younger than you, obviously, but like, yeah, he
How
was.
old is he?
He's probably 24-ish now, 25,
Okay,
somewhere in
yeah,
that ballpark.
33.
Yeah, so he's a little bit younger than you. But like, this was, I mean, I don't know exactly how old Joey is, but I remember when he was just 18 when I first booked him, so he might be 26. But like, either way, like when I first met him, I didn't know him because I didn't actually I was like, there was another girl that went to Anderson that was the connector.
What's his last name?
Loebker, Loebker.
Okay.
Loebker, yeah, he was like a prom. He was like everything. He was like,
guy does it.
he did, dude. He is straight talent,
I
and he's
believe it.
smart. I
believe
mean, it is. I'm not exaggerating. He is very talented, and he's humble. And then you hear his music, and you're like, how are you humble? Like, you don't need to be humble, dude, but you are. You don't have to. No one expected you to be humble. You should. You should be whatever you're gonna be, but like because he's got chants in his songs, it's all catchy, and then the performance, he puts the mic out in the air and people are just screaming, and you're like, dude, really?
That's awesome.
And then he comes on this podcast and acts like he's not famous at all, like not famous per se, because like you obviously fame is a thing, but
sat
like,
his turn and waited to talk, bro.
yeah, he just sat and chilled, and yeah, but at the same time, he's a great human too. So like, talented, and then at the end of the day, like, he'll get the shirt off his back.
Yeah.
So
It's hard to find great humans.
that are talented,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
that have all the everything. So
Is he taking all of our stuff? I've
Nah,
never heard that
that's
door
Chet.
close.
Is it
Yeah,
last
yeah.
call? What is it?
no, that's it. He works for the spice shop. That's like Stu's best friend,
I don't know who Stu is.
Ashley, the owner.
Oh,
Yeah,
Stu.
Ashley Stewart.
Oh, okay.
Everyone calls him Stu. Yeah, he's and that's Chet.
So I've been calling him
Ashley.
by his
real name. Ashley's
by
his
his,
first name.
by his mother's
yeah, and his
what
friends
his mother
call him,
calls him.
Yeah, and his friends call him Stu.
Oh shit! I've been calling him Ashley for fucking.
So do I call him?
3
I call him
years.
Ashley too. But Ashley Stewart. Yeah, but that's Chet. He's home. He's homie too. We've hung out. We went out to the bar. He's cool. He's
Can I
cool.
shout out a homie?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out. Yeah. Give him all the shout outs, bro.
So I don't want to sit here and take all the credit because I'm very fortunate to have a great team member. His name's Jack. So I want to say,
Okay.
I want to throw out my appreciation to Jack. He does all of my design work
Oh,
predominantly,
shit.
runs most of it, and he also manages my TikTok. So our TikTok is doing very well. To circle back that conversation from
Our
earlier.
TikTok is not doing very well. like I said, we've gone viral a couple times, but it's never come back to us, man. So we don't even have enough followers to go live on TikTok
Yet.
Yeah, so
Yet.
he's got us. He's got ASAP almost at 10K followers. There's a reason I rock the Dragon Ball Z shirt.
Yeah, I love Dragon Ball Z. I'm a huge fan.
I grew up with it. Loved
Yeah, same,
it.
same,
It's my
same.
favorite anime, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of that gamer in me. Also played games, but our next TikTok that's dropping is going to be a DBZ that we were talking about earlier, Andrew.
Yeah.
Our next TikTok from ASAP label is going to be a parody of DBZ game / DBZ Super that's coming.
That'd
So
be super dope, bro.
Is that
Yeah,
is
so
that the
check it out.
Halo of Goku?
Oh yeah.
It's the Halo. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Halos. I don't know, but like I love anything. I mean, when Goku hit the Halo, that was some of the best episodes.
Yeah, the
I'm a
early
huge,
ones.
yeah, I'm
That's
a
really
huge fan.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, GT,
Yeah.
Z, all of it. It doesn't matter. I know the whole the story ins and outs. All of us do that are Dragon Ball fans. But
So shout out to Jack.
yeah,
Keep trucking on this
yeah.
DBZ TikTok drop. I hope it does
Yeah.
well. But I love
Trunks,
you.
bro.
Appreciate it all.
Trunks is on there. That's sick. I love it.
Yeah, Future Trunks was my guy.
Dude,
back in the
Future
day.
Trunks, me too. When he brought that sword out, you're like, the first time
used a weapon in Dragon Ball.
right, and he cuts Frieza right in half. Like when he did that, I was like, what? Like as a kid, it blew my mind. I'm like, what is happening right now? There's a sword in Dragon Ball Z. Like what? He's from the future. What is going on? Yeah, yeah. That was before I even realized time travel could be a thing. Like, come on now.
Appreciate
But
that,
yeah,
guys. Thanks for the shot.
100%. Yeah. When he became Super Saiyan, like what?
Yeah.
What? Like,
Well, it's all about the forms and
I will never forget
energies.
that. That's one show that I'll always remember. I was always at my cousin Patrick's house or wherever I saw that. Those moments were just so epic in that show.
You wait like 100 episodes, and finally it happens, right?
Yeah, right. It takes forever. They're staring at each other for like 30 minutes. They're like, Kamehameha, like in the end of Maya last half an episode, and then they go to
Next
Piccolo.
time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, then he goes to Piccolo.
And then you're all mad. Then you gotta wait 24 hours.
Yeah, right. No, if you get it, you get it.
Imagine watching Netflix and not being able to binge your next episode, right? You had to wait 24 hours.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how it was back
yeah,
then, right?
yeah, right. Yeah. And then when Adult Swim came into play, like, and all that, man, what a different era that we live in. Because now it's all instant gratification. They drop the whole seasons at the same time
That's
of any
right.
show.
Bro, oh man, some of those things only do half fucking seasons though, and it's so goddamn irritating,
That's
man.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
I would either like once a week or drop it all at once.
Drop it
like,
all at
like,
once.
Let me binge watch.
Let me
Don't let me watch 6 episodes and then hold off on the last 2 for
Like the
another
Stranger
3
Things?
weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
God, that was so stupid, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it because there's such a demand for it that you want to pause and you want everybody to talk about what's going on, but at the same time, man, like
We're
there
going
was
to talk anyways.
but there was something about like making people wait a week, like to figure out what the next like episode happened. You know, like
Yeah.
So when Breaking Bad first came out, it wasn't popular at all.
Right.
Like when Breaking Bad first, like before they were on Netflix or whatever these other like streaming services were, when they were on TMC or whatever the channel was, it was once a week, bro. And like my dad was the only person on earth that was watching this show. And so my dad's like he's a manager of 144 employees, or he was at a printing company. So every Monday, like he's like the main dog of the place. So every Monday they were going for these Monday morning meetings, and they played AMC is what it was, Breaking Bad. So every Sunday night they would play the show, and like so Monday morning my dad would be like, all I want to do is talk about the last season or the last episode of Breaking Bad, but like, you know, I'm in this meeting right now and no one's watching the show, so I can't talk to anybody about what Walter White's doing. He's like, and it's just so aggravating, bro. So like I almost died 2010. I got my intestines burst, bro. Like I got like they broke. Like my intestines burst and fucking. And I thought I was getting sick, but I ended up spending like 14 days in the hospital where they had to go in and they cut out a foot of my intestines and sewed it back together and got rid of the big break that was in my system. So I was in the hospital, bro, for like over 2 weeks. And my dad was like, look, bro, I bought you this. Just watch it. And so, like, I had my laptop, and it was all the seasons of Breaking Bad, dude. And each episode is like 1 hour long, right? And every single episode's got you like, I can't wait till the next week, bro. I cannot wait till next Sunday. So, like, I couldn't imagine what my dad was going through, like having to wait 7 days for the next episode, like, because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like,
Right.
hold on. I'm falling asleep, and I'm like, I gotta watch the next episode, bro. I gotta watch. Like, it's only 3 o'clock in the morning. I could stay up till 4.
Yeah.
And
like
so,
me.
but it was like that show was written so well, man. That like, if you, I couldn't imagine watching it back when it first came out, where you had to wait a full week for the next episode, because every single episode that came out, that was just left with a cliffhanger where you just couldn't wait for the next episode.
That's right.
And like that was a Vince. Man, what was his name? Vince Gilligan or something, Vince something, but he was the writer of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
this dude is fucking awesome, man. Like that was the best written show of all time. Like I've watched that thing like,
Heisenberg.
oh, dude, I've watched
Yeah.
through it 4 times, man.
Yeah.
My parents just watched that actually.
Oh,
They
dude,
rewatched. My dad had never seen it. My stepmom made it, I think, halfway through or something.
is your dad cooking meth now?
They just finished.
You better keep an eye out,
But
bro.
it's
He's-
funny you said nobody was interested at first because my dad was. It took him like almost a full season to finally like get that real hook in. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, they hook you like a fish,
Yeah,
bro.
they
Like
got
like
him.
after that first season, like once he goes in and throws that ice down and blows up that dude's like drug operation in the 5th floor of that building, like right there, it's like, this is the shit. This is the best
Yeah.
show I've ever seen in my entire life, bro.
Did you ever watch Dexter? Did you ever
Like-
get into Dexter?
Oh yeah,
I thought that was another next level show too.
Incredible,
Like,
bro.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was huge as well.
I mean-
Shameless and Dexter.
any show where they've got you rooting for the villain,
Yeah,
is a good
dude,
show.
so good.
Like
Dexter
yeah, he
was
kills people, but like I don't like the people that he was killing anyways. So
Right.
I kind of like it.
this scene where he's find the what is the big time actor, the biggest actor on the show, tall, white, like
Oh
like,
yeah, different third eye, third rock from the sun.
yeah, he was the Trinity Killer, I think.
Trinity Killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
John.
Yep.
But when he had the knife behind his back in like the laundry room in that scene, he's like, Dexter has the knife behind his back. It's such an epic, like, I'm a badass. Like, I got this knife. I'm about to take him out. Like
A
that.
serial killer is about to kill another serial
I
killer.
know.
bro.
Like that is just.
and they're both so fucking like home oriented and family oriented. It's like
Yeah.
they're both serial killers, bro. Like this is so dope,
dude. It was so dope. I remember when I saw that. That was my favorite show for a few years.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, they did a great job of
That's
that.
another really well
Michael
written
C.
show.
Hall, bro.
Michael C.
like,
Hall. Yeah, Michael C. Hall. He was the writer and
He was the main actor. That was
yes. He was the actor. He was the writer. He was everything. Yeah, I've done my due diligence on him. He's
Billy Bone, bro. If you're watching right now, I can't answer.
I gotta go Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I've only seen half an episode. I never watched the whole thing.
Oh.
I was going to get into it, but then I just
Bro, you almost missed the train on that. Like I missed the train on it because I was so busy, and by the time
That's how I
everybody
felt.
started watching it,
Right.
like everybody was like, "Oh, next episode, fucking John, blah blah blah." I was like even my wife was like all in on it, bro. And it's like by the time I get home, it's like, I watched 2 episodes while I was at work. I was like, well, fuck, I guess I'm not watching the rest of them. Like,
yeah. I felt the same way. I felt the same.
now I'm 2 hours behind.
Yeah, I never. The one episode I did see, it was like a full-on sex scene. I was like, damn,
gotta
this
go
show's
back.
no joke.
You
Like,
gotta go back. It's
you have to go to-
violence.
yeah.
It's- you don't know.
See, I
what's
would
gonna
probably
happen next or who's
binge the
gonna
whole
die.
thing, like do it
Yeah.
in my own time. I'm okay with watching it in my own time. Because no one else is watching it with me. You're
right.
just like taking the content in. Because I'm rewatching Stranger Things right now, just because like there's so many things you miss on the early episodes that
Right.
and it's so strange. Like I don't understand. Like, so we're gonna talk a little, real quick, the Stranger Things thing. So when Joyce in the show, spoiler alert, if you're listening and you haven't seen it, you need to not listen. But Joyce writes the letters on the wall early in the series. How does her son Will see those letters? That doesn't make sense to me, because if you go further in the show, it doesn't work like that. So how does that happen earlier in the show? If someone on the podcast that's listening can answer that for me, please give me the information, because I don't know how he sees the letters that she writes on the wall, because she uses the lights
That's right.
to like communicate.
Yeah.
I understand the light thing. I get that. That's not the problem. But the letters on the wall, how would he know to tell her to run in that one scene? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But how would he know that? If you can answer that question for me, we'll do some trivia in the future. But I don't know how that happened. But outside of that show, there's not many holes in that show, and that show's amazing.
There's
too.
a 30-second clip right there, bro. 30-second clip.
Yeah.
Clip that out, and
Straight
then,
up.
and then put it in the metaverse. Put it
Yeah.
put it in the social media
Yeah,
world.
for real. Tell me, because I don't understand. I've talked to a few people, and none of us know. But we accept it because it's TV, cinema. We love it.
That's
But
right.
like, how no? Is he seeing the letters happen in real time? That doesn't make sense. Because he can hear the voices. He can't see physical changes, right? I don't. Question mark.
Gap.
Yeah. Anyways.
So before we get out of here,
Yeah.
bro, I did want to talk about this Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson scenario going on.
Yeah, Pete's back in the news.
So
I haven't seen anything in a while.
So Pete does what every guy does, and as a relationship's ending, or as the girl is starting to come to her senses or whatever, he starts grasping towards like the grass hairs. He's grabbing on anything he can.
Yeah.
So like on the way out, like as she's saying, you know, like family's number one, this and that, and like they're not doing well, Pete Davidson proposed to her, and she said no, and which basically put it in a downward spiral. But she's basically back with Kanye's from what everybody's saying, right? Not only is what from everybody.
Kurt's over here. Give your 2 cents, bro. He's over here like
Bro,
nodding.
Kurt,
He knows.
Like, look.
Kurt.
So there's a post that Kanye did, and it's
It's the one about the newspaper.
bro. Did you read the fine print?
Yeah, I seen the fine print.
You saw the fine print?
I saw the
I
fine
thought I
print.
was the only dude that saw the fine print.
What's the fire print say? Tell me.
It's ripping
like
on
what
Kid
Big Sean
Cudi,
said.
bro.
What Big Sean said.
What?
In,
Don't mess
that
with
one
Kid.
song.
Bro, tell
Please
me about
don't.
it, man. Like
His
dude.
music's gold.
No, so listen.
Gold.
So what people don't know
Moon
is
Man
that,
3 is my
is
thing,
that
bro. 3.
What people don't know is that Kid Cudi is the voice behind Kanye. Like 808s and Heartbeats. Kanye West didn't write that album. Fucking Kid Cudi wrote that album. Like 808s, Heartless. That song Heartless.
It's one of the.
Kid
I've
Cudi
covered
wrote
it. I've covered it.
Kid Cudi wrote it.
That's.
Kid Cudi wrote that whole album, bro.
I'm not mad about that. I've covered that song.
He's
And
the dopest artist of all time.
Yes,
Kid
he is.
Kid Cudi's the dopest artist of all
He
time.
is my number one of
So,
that. Kendrick Lamar's up there, but
Imagine having a popular friend, and you write songs for that popular friend, and then he goes off and becomes super popular, and then starts clowning you on the way down, bro. Like when the whole thing came out, when Kid Cudi took over,
His spot, right?
yeah, took over his spot, and not Lollapalooza, but what was the fucking Rolling Loud. So Kid Cudi took Kanye's spot in Rolling Loud, and then got like everybody was throwing fucking shit at him, and Kid Cudi's in like he's somebody like he wears his heart on the sleeve, bro. Like this
Yeah.
dude is 100% in. Like this is who I am. So people start throwing shit at him. He's like, throw something again, and I'm gonna fucking leave. And just like testing every fucking 18-year-old kid these days, somebody threw something. So he walked off stage. He's not performing. So then like little Uzi Vert or somebody came out like and brought fucking Kanye as his guest star. So Kanye still got to fill that Rolling Loud finale because Cudi said, I'm out of here. Like don't throw shit.
yeah.
So look at this, bro. This is insane. So when this whole Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian, once they break up, this is what this is fucking Kanye, bro. Like one of my favorite artists of all times. He's definitely a troll when it comes to shit like this, but the dude's a genius. You know, he's created a lot of lanes for a lot of people. But he made a New York Times page, and it says Skeet Davidson dead at age 28, right? So this is what right. So if you look at that, but there's fine print on this newspaper. So you saw that, right? What the fuck just happened? Of course, it disappears. So you saw that,
Yeah.
and then you've got.
Now,
Skeet
I'm sure he was just trolling. I'm pretty sure he was just trolling off that.
Of
but
course, he's just trolling, but like
we
that.
can't forget what Pete did to him, because he was on Snapchat or something, and he was like, I'm in bed with your wife,
Yeah.
your wife. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah, but
that's between
So-
you two.
Right.
But I'm just saying we can't dismiss that though.
No, we
So,
can't.
like,
No,
So,
no,
bro-
no. That's
dismiss that.
I'm gonna have to
That's-
screenshot this, and then
that's
I'm-
headline news.
I've
bro.
got to not only do I have to screenshot it, I got to zoom in once I screenshot because you can't read it unless you zoom in, and you can't
The Kid Cudi part.
you can't like stay zoomed in on Instagram, bro. This shit. So this motherfucker, man. So Skeet Davison.
I love how he keeps himself in the talks. But, oh,
Dead at age 28. Right. And then the fine print at the very bottom, look at how small that is.
It's by Kid
You
Cudi.
can't even read it, bro. Go ahead and read that.
Kid Cudi meant to play funeral, but fearful of bottle throwers. What the? What?
Bro,
Cause he planning to like.
he's
He trolling,
he's
but-
clowning Cuddy because Cuddy left Rolling Loud because people were throwing bottles at him on
Yeah,
stage.
right.
So not
like
so
some
not
comedy-
not
some
not only did
comedy,
he
like on
did he
some comedy
troll
type
Pete Davidson saying Pete's dead at the age 28, but then he went in and the little fine print at the bottom says Kid Cudi meant to play funeral but fearful of bottle throwers. Like so he's like
so Kid Cudi made that.
no,
Who made-
Kanye.
Kanye made that,
Yeah.
attacking Pete and Kid Cudi
Yeah,
at the same
because
time.
Because they remember the mishaps that they had earlier. So like when all this unfolded, he made like a little joke off of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You
yeah.
feel me? Like
Okay.
the only thing I gotta say,
Man,
about
this
Pete
is deep,
Pete
bro.
I ain't
These
gonna
guys
lie
are-
to you, bro. Pete he moving too fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Moving too fast, bro. Like
way
so,
too
so,
fast.
so that, so like the
That's all
same
I'm
thing
saying.
with our Ariana Grande, bro. Like after like 3 weeks, like he proposed to her. Like the dude falls in love quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So same thing with Kim. Like once she started pulling away, he was like, "No, come here. Like let's
Right,
get
right.
married." And she was like, "No,
Right.
you were a rebound, bro. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
you were fun for 4 months.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I
You
got
just gotta know
bigger fish to fry.
You gotta
So-
roll
Man,
sometimes.
so Kanye's a puppeteer over here, bro.
Bro, so he's worth $6 billion, bro. So like I love him as an artist. Like I've always loved like the 808s and heartbeats and like
I do too.
all this shit, the college dropout and all
Heartless,
that
I
stuff.
covered it. I literally
Bro,
covered it
but
just based
that-
by myself.
But that's Cuddy though.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
It's
man,
amazing. I love Kid Cudi. That's probably why I gravitate to it so much.
bro.
It's my favorite album.
Listen to
It's
Kid Cudi
Kanye's.
sing "Heartless." It's fucking way better,
You know who loves Cuddy?
bro. Just YouTube it. Just
Cudi's
YouTube.
great, man.
YouTube "Heartless" Kid Cudi, and it's fucking. There's actually a version where Kid Cudi and Kanye are both on stage, and Kanye says like, "Shout out to Cudi. This is his track." Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, so he get, okay. All right.
So he gives him flowers on it, but
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, that's a one second. I mean, we talking video games.
mean-
Rocket League. You know Rocket League.
Yeah.
So last Christmas, I was playing the Man on the Moon 3 while playing Rocket League during the Christmas time when I had not a lot going on. Like, I don't play video games unless I've got zero to do. So like, it's
Right.
the end of the day. But like, Kid Cudi's album, Man on the Moon 3.
Right.
Yeah, that was my jam. So like during that time, I'm a big Kid Cudi fan. So to see this, to know that he wrote that album, like I'm a big 808s fan too. So like, it's just these people out here creating such good music, such good stuff. Like,
Well, Joey Burrow, big Cuddy fan, right?
yeah.
He came out.
that was fire, bro.
Hooday, baby,
Like
starting on
the
Friday?
the fact
Yeah.
that Cuddy was so amped walking out to with a Joe Burrow jersey
That's right.
just shows that like Cincinnati's stigma's changed, bro. Like. No one's walking out with a Carson Palmer jersey, bro. Fuck Carson Palmer. I'm sorry if Carson Palmer's a fan of the brand or a fan of the podcast, but like he did the city so dirty when he was trying to get Joe to not sign with the Bengals, bro. Did you know that?
I did hear about that. Yeah.
And
Man, come on,
from
bro.
Ohio, right?
Cleveland.
Yeah, he's from Cleveland, bro. He's,
But Carson's
Yeah.
career was
Chip the Rip.
complete- Carson's
Chip the
career was
Rip. Shout out
completely
to-
ruined real quick. Carson's got some angst, man. The Steelers took him out, and I feel for.
I was at
Carson,
that
bro.
game,
so
bro.
cheap.
I was at that game. That
Yeah.
was such a cold day.
It was probably one of the lowest points for Cincinnati.
I mean, like honestly, it was not only was it cold physically, but it was like such such a disheartening day in general, bro. Like the first like playoff game we get to go to, and like
We should have
it's-
won that.
bro. It was so cold that I had on a scarf that was up here, and I had a hoodie that was on, and I had on these big thick glasses, and these glasses were just fogged, bro, because it was just like I
Yeah.
couldn't see anything.
Right.
It didn't matter. Like fucking Carson was taken out right away, and the game was completely over.
It was over
bro.
from the start. Yeah, man. Because like Carson was like what we expect Joe Burrow to become. Carson Palmer is it. I mean, USC quarterback come to Cincinnati, changed the game for us, and then the Steelers were like, nah, we're gonna hurt your dude. Like, unlike it's
Carson doesn't have that same mentality.
he
as,
doesn't.
as
but
Joe
we thought
Burrow.
he was though.
He's
we
a
thought,
punk, bro. He's a punk.
We thought
He doesn't
Yeah.
like Cincinnati.
Yeah,
And so I don't like him.
His brother loves Cincinnati though.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah,
I'll
Jesse
I'll
Palmer. He loves.
I'll
yeah.
fuck with his app any day.
Yeah, Jesse's a man, dude. Jesse,
You know he has an iPhone app.
I did not know that, but I've watched. I mean, he's on Fox Sports a lot, and he's always hyping Cincinnati. He
So-
talks Cincy, like
So Carson Palmer's brother has got an iPhone app out that's it's tells you when to pee during a movie.
what?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
What?
So-
why
so-
am I not?
so-
why am I just here?
So he has an app that'll tell you the low points of a movie, where you can go take a piss in the movie theater and you won't miss anything.
Who's getting their phone out during the movie? Isn't that contradictory?
That's fucking
Dude, my mind is.
That's an investment answer or investment question right there. First question that an investor is going to ask.
Who's getting their
Wait a
phone
minute, who's
out?
pulling the phone out during the movie, bro?
You're gonna be
Right.
that person.
What? How do you even? So every movie has a low point that it's worth going to the bathroom for. Because you need.
I mean, the
5 minutes, right?
the really impressive thing is watching every movie to know where the
That's
low
what
points are.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because like when you listen to music, you could, if you watch music, you can see the ticks. You can see when like,
Yeah,
things
yeah.
move. Like we all know how that works. So like if you're in
Is
the music,
there is there a laughter?
yeah, is there
ticker?
a point in music or a movie that like tells you when like there's gonna be a low point
Probably.
for 5 minutes of just like the
I would,
dark section of
if I owned AMC, absolutely.
Half
I would definitely have
half of
like,
Batman movies when it's always dark. It's always dark in Batman movies, so you just can go.
Bro, talking about video games, dude.
Yeah.
Resident Evil,
Ah,
the original Resident
One
Evil.
of the best ever. Yeah.
terrifying, bro.
So that was the very first game that told you before you started the game, can you see this? Like your light, turn the lights off in your room, and then adjust accordingly so you can see the word whatever it was. Like I think it was the logo of whatever, like the brand that made Resident Evil. But just to the point where like the logo was black and everything else was charcoal around it, where they were like just like either click up or click down, and it'll either make it darker or make it lighter, but do it just where you barely see the logo. And like that set the tone for Resident Evil, bro, for like the rest of their franchise.
Right.
Bro, how dope is that? Like
Yeah.
that was the first game that scared me,
Yeah.
and the first game that told me to turn the lights off. Like, and told me like to brace yourself because you're about to be scared.
And hundreds of video games after that became that same way.
Yeah,
they
bro.
set the bar, bro.
And they still do, bro. Like I've got the VR for PS4, and I've got Resident Evil 7 or whatever it is, and I've literally played 1 minute and a half of that game because that game's got the surround sound that I was telling you, that 7.1 surround sound. So you're walking through virtually, and all of a sudden you hear a zombie behind you go, "Ugh," and you fucking Jesus Christ, bro. And like if you look like that, you're not gonna see him. Like you've got to physically turn the fuck around and see him. And it's just like, holy cow.
You're gonna have a panic attack playing the game.
Bro, I'm a minute and a half into it.
Seriously,
like,
a panic,
and it might be the
anxiety
it
attack
might-
over a game, dude.
100%.
I mean, it's real life. Right?
I'm for sure that game is incredible. But I only made it 2 minutes into the game, bro, because like after that, took it off. I'm like, Kaylin, you got to see this. You got to fucking reset. We got to do this over. And then she did it. She's like, no, fuck that. I'm not playing this anymore. And then all of a sudden, like, we don't go to play it. But it's like, man, like, shout out to Resident Evil for doing those things that, like, again, things that you might think on your side of the table, bro. Like dim it down. You know what I mean? What's your what's your mood right now? Are you sitting in bed in the dark? Let's mood this down. Let's do something different. We're like, you know, there's like that was impressive to me, man. That was in 1995 probably that game came out, and I was just like scared the fucking shit out of me, man. When those wolves came out and they fucking, whoo, and it like you heard that shit from behind you. That shit was crazy as hell.
Yeah. I mean, and they covered every base that you can think of. There was a horror movie and that you could interact with. You remember the books?
That was the first like I felt like interactive game. Like, you know, like obviously Zelda, you know, like Ocarina of Times is very like in depth and gets you like involved in the game. But
Grand Theft Auto.
Like yeah, Grand Theft Auto for sure. But like nothing really like
Horror
brought me in and scared me like that, bro. Like Resident Evil is the only game that's ever scared me, and it scared me from the very first time I played it on Resident Evil 1, and it scared me on Resident Evil 7. No other game has scared me like that. You know what I mean? Like to the point where it's like, Jesus Christ, watch this, do this, and then my wife's like, I'm not doing that again.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, well I guess we're gonna go watch a movie.
right. Let's watch Happy Gilmore. Like that. There's another game that like I've seen. I don't know what it's called, but you're walking through this hallway and like it's just
Silent Hill or
I
something.
think that
Silent Hill?
I think that might be Silent
Definitely
Hill.
Silent Hill.
And like you just don't know what's
Silent
gonna
Hill was the
happen.
other terrifying game.
Yeah, and the writers of those games are just thinking so. They're thinking like just to just fucking terrify you, bro. Like
These games were so good that they make horror movies about the games.
yeah,
100%, bro.
Right.
yeah.
Like
Resident
Silent
Evil-
Hill was a nasty movie too. Like
They
It
just
came after the
they just
game,
brought
yeah.
out Resident Evil as a TV show like a month ago.
Dude, you should do an ASAP horror version. That's like a Halloween. You have the endless amounts. I'm
Pumpkins-
sure you're gonna think of
pumpkins
it.
dropping.
Yeah, you could do a
Maybe at
million
some
different
point.
things. Go to the bank with all of it, dude, and send us a postcard from Portugal. Like,
Do y'all remember Doom?
Doom? Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
bro.
bro.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
another great example.
Doom's a good one too.
Y'all ain't think that? All right, you think Doom was scarier than Resident Evil or nah?
I think I don't think it's as scary as Resident
Not as
Evil,
scary.
but I think it's definitely in that same like
category?
that the
Yeah,
same
same lane.
artery.
So Doom was more of like the first person you walk
Shooting,
out doing this
killing
like,
the evil.
yeah. So like Resident Evil, the reason why that was so scary, bro, was like
You're vulnerable.
it wasn't, you weren't walking through a game. It felt like you were walking through a haunted house. It felt like you were walking through like an abandoned building, like where Doom is very like computer generated. Like the bricks look like fake bricks, right? Like on the walls. But like Resident Evil was like that first game where you're walking through the hallway and a door will break open and then like this rabid dog that's got rabies and blood dripping off his mouth is gonna attack you, bro. Like, and it's not polite. It's like out of nowhere, bro. It's just like, man, like I would love to interview the people that first invented Resident Evil, bro, because like that game set a precedent for all horror movies and games and the whole nine. Like it just set a precedent for like where video games need to be.
Yeah. And then on the other side of things, you got like Nintendo's Luigi's Mansion, which is their version of horror. Like, I mean, no, that was a fun game too. Like, there's
Well,
just I
You
mean,
got
just-
you've got Nintendo horror and then you got Sega Genesis horror, right?
Yeah.
You got Super Nintendo
Yeah.
horror and Sega Genesis horror. You got the Mortal Kombat with green blood from Super Nintendo, and then you got Mortal Kombat where you can rip the skull off a
you
scorpion.
can see their spine. Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing is Nintendo was able to do everything so like clean, and they still appealed to their fan base
Disney
it's
model.
No,
Disney
bro,
model, bro. Disney model.
But let me tell you something.
Yeah.
So like I was
Tell me.
right there. I might have been like 13 years old when Sega Genesis came out with Mortal Kombat, and I had Mortal Kombat for Super Nintendo, bro, and like I was on that Nintendo Power Nintendo whatever the Game Informer was. Game Informer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
I had
they
Game
gave you the codes. Like you'd pay monthly, and they would send you a booklet, and then you get all the codes, or you get like the full map of Zelda or whatever it was. And they gave you the blood code, and it just didn't do the justice, bro, that it did. So like I swear to God, like I had my own job since I was been 10 years old, man. So I bought a Sega Genesis and I bought the Mortal Kombat just because of Mortal Kombat, just so I can see the blood and all that. You know, you're changing, bro. I'm 13, so it's like I don't want the G-rated stuff.
Yeah,
I want the R-rated stuff now.
You've evolved.
Yeah, and so like even though like that shit kind of terrified me as a kid, like ripping a head off a human and like having the spine just
Fucking going in the wind.
yeah, bro, like
Yeah.
get over here, get over here.
They changed the
Dude,
changed the game
Sub-Zero
as
was
well.
also my favorite. What?
Mortal Kombat did, just like Resident Evil. Mortal Kombat was
Bro,
the,
it just
was the
it
first
changed
gory blood.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when that
Yeah,
came
it
when
did.
that came out, you had to be 17 to buy the game.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like that was the first time that there was an NC-17 on a video game where like you can't be young to buy this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
crazy to think that they were like, all right, we're gonna let this slide, but you got to be an adult to play it.
Dude, that kind of reminds me, not the video game, but kind of reminds me when like I first got like one of my first Eminem CDs, and like you had to be like a certain
Yeah.
age to buy the Eminem CD because it was like that's just what I think about when you mentioned the
Oh, yeah.
NC-17.
Oh, it's
Just Eminem. It's just him. Like there's a million artists out there, but there's a white dude Eminem coming out with this music you can't listen to unless you're old enough.
That's
like,
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because I bought my first time in here, my second time in here. I bought the Life After Death, the pop.
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
Because
okay.
I told him that was my first album that or CD that
Yeah.
I had physically bought myself,
Yeah.
or like had my dad buy.
Sure,
it.
the
one that I really
significance, for
wanted, but
sure.
It had the same thing, the 18 or older on it.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
bought
That was a
pop.
double album too.
That was my favorite. That was the first. My first. I recall it vividly. It was from a Kmart.
Yeah.
That's
I
the shit,
remember
man.
buying Americana by The Offspring.
Was that the one on the swing?
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember getting that, and I was like, "This is so cool!
That's
I love
right.
this CD."
With the octopus
it's
arm or
still,
whatever?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still it's somewhere at my parents' house because we did this cool thing in my room. Like when I was getting older and not using it as much, we put all my CD cases as like my liner above my my blinds in my bedroom.
That's dope.
It was cool. It was a cool thing. And we put all the CDs, all blank CDs, and made my whole wall is just CD blanks. And now it's my little brother's room, so he's doing his thing. But like, it was just all blank CDs for the long. My wall was just all, which was reflective because you could see yourself in the CDs, whatever. But like, they were all blanks. But the liner was just CDs, and it was the Offspring and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then I had a bunch of stuff. I was a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers and Offspring fan. I have like all the lyrics memorized because
Both California bands.
yeah, man, I just what I navigated to. I was playing RuneScape and literally playing bass to like all these bands. I was like, it was just easy for me to focus, and it just brought me to joining every metal band I could find eventually. So what's up?
I like that every handle is ASAP label. ASAP label.
We talked about that earlier. I was interested in why he chose label because to me that's such a specific word of branding because a label really he reiterated as an umbrella of content. Really, everyone is under there in the same purpose. We all kind of fall into the same. Even though we're different content and different genres in our own little right, we're all kind of in the same world if we're under the same label.
That's right.
So yeah,
Community,
so
like
it's
you
a
brought
community,
up
exactly.
earlier.
Yeah, and music and video games, it's all the same content, like in its own right. So like music, like the label might have different genres, but they all kind of like speak the same lingo.
That's right.
Yeah, So
So it's ASAP.label on Instagram. That's the only difference because it was taken at the time.
How is that taken?
Somebody else
ASAP.label.
actually had some sort of failed that looked like, I don't know if you're successful.
I've got a couple of those in my life, bro. Yeah, like people take the native, right? So it's like, God, all right. So like we do the native brand on everything we do. So it's just like, all right, so it's just the native brand across all the social platforms. Like you can find us on all of it, man. But it's just like damn, bro, somebody took that one too.
yeah,
God bless it, bro.
And
yeah.
The other thing about the label, so contextually, right, we labeled our shirts. So it's significant from, we'll play on words as well.
Oh yeah, wordplay,
Right.
bro.
Right.
It was a favorite thing, man.
Slap this label on now. This is a gaming shirt. You take the label off. It's a Dragon Ball Z shirt.
Yeah.
Right. So now I'm trying to say, like, I want to label myself as a gamer, and I want to express myself as a gamer. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to create. That that
Yeah, yeah.
community, right.
Put it anywhere. Just slap it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's a beauty.
I
I'm,
can do it on
I'm
the app,
excited
as
to
a
take
matter
one.
of
I'm
fact.
taking one. I'm definitely taking one with me. So I'm gonna put it on. I have.
I checked in the mirror, bro. Like my I murdered it with the
Yeah, you look good.
Balance?
symmetry and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
I mean, I'm wearing the native Bengal. It's actually we're about to start the preseason in football, so I've decided to wear this because from this point forward, every weekend has football. So I'm.
Oh, bro, I can't wait for that, man.
Yeah, man. We're starting this Thursday. We're starting the Bengals preseason starts, and we're gonna see how the season goes, and hopefully it brings wealth and riches for everybody that's involved. Because
You all need to do the albino.
the
design,
the
right?
white the
The
white
white
out
one.
the
Oh,
white
we
out.
got 'em,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, we got
plenty
them.
of
You got 'em,
man.
Oh
man.
yeah, we're ready. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like literally, they were rated the top uniform in like all of sports. They have their whiteout. The helmets are like the number one helmet in football, and their
I was
uniforms.
gonna buy
Yeah.
one and leave it here
It's a great
just
idea.
for when
Put it in a
like
case.
Mixon or somebody comes in,
Yeah,
so we can
put
have them sign it.
clear case. It will.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh.
It's
That's
like they're
awesome.
they're
Worth every dollar.
Rydell helmets. I think they're like $159, so they're kind of expensive. But like, if
worth
you,
every $159.
well, I mean, that's what I'm thinking, bro. Like with
I mean,
with-
I'll throw it.
with the amount of players that come in, like if we can just get, I mean, shit, we can get all of them to sign and be dope. But like,
I'm so excited. Like literally, I love when national like talk show hosts recognize that the Bengals are doing something good. Because like for a long time we were the
it's
joke.
such bullshit.
We were the
bro,
joke.
Because,
We were the
because,
joke
because
forever, man.
they still don't put us in the top 10 on a lot of things, bro.
We are now though. Joey Burrow's top 5 quarterback.
Like there's a lot of things that I still see that don't put us in the top 10 at all.
I'll show you.
No, I've seen the ones that do put us in the top 10, but I've seen like where Joey Burrow isn't even in the top 10 of this, or like fucking Joe
'Cause he's
Mixon's not
young.
in the top 10 of this, or Jamar Chase didn't even make Madden, bro. Like
Yeah,
the
he had a
Madden top
93
list.
rating, but like now a lot of these analysts are saying Joe Mixon is above, or Joe Mixon, that Jamar Chase is above Justin Jefferson, who plays for the Vikings. He's the number one wide receiver outside of Devontae Adams.
But how are you going to do that to somebody in a fucking NFL Madden game, bro? Like that's the one
That's
thing.
respect.
That's
That
the
they care
one
about.
thing, bro, that they care about. Like,
Yeah.
like I want my player to be the best. Like I want my player to be me.
Because
That's it.
Because he's a sophomore, and there's this thing called the sophomore slump. I'm sure you've heard about the sophomore slump exists.
Bro, the
especially-
sophomore album, like the
Yeah.
sophomore, everything happens, bro.
Yeah.
Like you come
They're-
out with that freshman
they're
album, it's
banking
fire. 'Cause
on
it's
that-
got all the best hits that you've done for the past 10 years.
You know?
And then you got to follow it up with the sophomore album.
Yeah.
The sophomore album's
It's hard.
got
It's a hard.
Yeah, it
it's a
is.
hard follow. Jamar Chase has to follow that season. That's
No, he's fine, bro. He's fine. He struggled his first season. He had
he
an
struggled
issue.
in preseason for catches.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What he even said, it was like he couldn't see the football because of the white lines on the college
Different
ball.
in college. Yeah.
He could see the ball coming in. He couldn't see it without the white lines.
And he's
which
catching
was-
from Burrow, who's throwing like a rocket because
Yeah.
Burrow's got an arm, bro. Burrow had the best college season of all time. That statistically, there's not like this isn't like me saying because I love Burrow in Cincinnati. Burrow had statistically the best college season of any quarterback to ever exist. That's wild that we got him, and like he's throwing a ball to people. I'm sure his balls catching that shit, and hitting you in the face. Like he's throwing hard. He's throwing this ball like
Yeah, but those gloves, bro, they're
Are
like
sticky
oh, they're
glue.
like super glue, bro.
yeah. I was just
Super
talking to
glue.
a buddy about that on
I
vacation.
told Kaylin, she's like, how are these people catching the ball? I'm like, let me put a glove on, put one of those gloves on, and then let me show you how easy it is. I mean, it's not easy to catch that ball, but goddamn, if you got 3 fingers involved, you can catch that bitch, man.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that thing is like Elmer's glue.
It is. Whatever
It's
they're
really
using
insane.
is like it's literally the ball just connects to it. But at the,
what if they just came out with Velcro gloves, bro? Or
Yeah.
just like that's basically what it is.
it is.
Like,
It's Velcro for football. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's more like a rubber.
of course,
it's a rubber that they're
it's
catching
definitely
with.
rubber. It's not like
Yeah.
that leather palm that they used to use back in the day.
Yeah,
where you would-
the athletes now have a lot more of an advantage than the past, which we know that. We understand. But the athletes also are more they're training at a younger age. Things
And
are
the
different.
quarterbacks are throwing harder, bro.
Yeah.
Like there's a million things that are happening. Where
Yeah.
they gotta
Yeah.
like evolution has to happen in the sport.
So Mark Sanchez, who played for the Jets, was just on Fox Sports, and the amount of footballs that he has thrown in his entire career, they were saying that his career from the start to finish where he lived, which was years ago, but like the quarterbacks now are throwing as many footballs that he threw by the time they hit a freshman in college. So he went through high school, college,
That's
and then
right.
pros for the Jets.
Yeah.
And the quarterbacks now are throwing more footballs than he did through his whole career because of just the landscape of it is now. That's insane that these kids are entering college with more throws than Mark Sanchez had in his whole career.
Right.
That's a lot of throws that they're putting. So Joe Burrow is a part of that class. He's younger than Mark Sanchez. So like they're throwing so much and they're perfecting it to such a next level that like, I mean, the talent is just, I mean, their Wheaties are they're eating them.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, they're eating their Wheaties. There's money and there's because these parents are recognizing at a young age that my boy's a big boy. My boy's got an arm. I should probably do something
They're
with
giving
this.
scholarships
Back
to
in the
like
day.
13-year-olds now.
Yeah. What are you saying, Kurt?
I was saying versus back in the day when you said you wanted to play football, play basketball,
Yep.
and you had a dream on going pro. You have like some parents, teachers, they try to like shoot you down.
Yeah.
Nowadays, parents
Now it's
building them
First-hand
Accel-
experience right there with
accelerated.
Kurt.
Yeah. Athlete rapper right here, man. He does it all. I was gonna say, so shoot, I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about how the Bengals are just now starting to get credit again.
They are getting credit,
with,
yeah.
with some of these analysts, et cetera, et cetera. I'll shout Cowherd.
Oh, Colin?
I don't watch a lot of
He's
these guys.
he's awesome.
He's awesome.
He knows
So
everything.
If he catches his shout out
Colin
to
Cowherd,
to
man.
Cowherd.
The Herd.
He was
comes
calling-
on at noon every day,
Yes.
noon to 3. I know his show.
I was
yeah.
there when he was calling Andy Dalton a Nissan Maxima.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
Andy Dalton was statistically he's very good.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Cowherd was spot on.
Yeah.
Nissan Maxima.
Yep.
And now I'm watching him and he's giving us, the Bengals the due. Like, I mean,
He's giving them, yeah. He's the one.
coaching,
He's the one I was gonna actually give the credit to.
As
He's
well?
got Burrow as like the 5th best quarterback in the National Football League, which Burrow has that hat. Burrow is physique. His physique is there, and his arm strength's there, and he's got the accuracy. It's a team sport.
Right.
We know it's a team sport. You can't just be a great quarterback and win it all.
right.
But or Lamar Jackson would have already won a Super Bowl. But Colin Howard, he recognizes that every ins and outs, he gets it all. He's impressive,
And
dude.
he uses data. Like he
does.
uses gambling data.
Yeah, he does.
He talks about Vegas. He talks about, where the lines are and how that influences his decisions. It's like, if these people in Vegas know, right, that the line's going to be this, they're probably pretty close because they do so well.
It's money on the line. They're doing their research.
That's right.
Yeah, 100%. So according to Colin Cowherd today, I actually watched this stuff today. So Colin's good teams, his top 10 teams, Bills, or I guess his top 12 teams. His Bills number 1, Chiefs number 2, Chargers number 3, Broncos number 4, Bengals number 5, Ravens number 6, 49ers, Rams, Cardinals, Buccaneers, Packers, and Vikings round out the top 12. That's Colin Cowherd's as of today. So the Bengals are top 5 in the entire NFL, which is crazy
Who they?
to think that we were at one point like 30. We were at the very end. Maybe the
Times have
Browns
changed.
were behind us.
We
but
were down there for
we're
so long.
way
too.
down there. We deserve our chance, bro. And he doesn't care about us. He just knows because that's what I like about him. He doesn't play favorite. He loves USC. He loves his West Coast South teams. But like, he doesn't play favorites. He doesn't care if the Bengals are good or not. He just recognizes. And
That's right.
He's right. Yeah, I love his content. And his bad teams are just yeah.
He just calls it.
Jets, Giants.
What's his name again, Drew?
Colin Cowherd, Cowherd. The Herd is his show. It's on Fox Sports every day at noon to 3. I watch his stuff for his. I do a sports podcast, and I kind of take in his content like this to compare to myself, because usually him and I have a similar idea. Because like I watch him, like he's exactly right. He's exactly right. Because like I'm not easily influenced on it, man. I take the information in and do my own like due diligence. Because like a talk show host is just a talk show host. They have their opinion, whatever. So I want to take mine in. But Colin is always spot on. He admits when he's wrong. That's what I love about him. He's like, he literally have a section like where Colin was right and where Colin was wrong. I was wrong. Like, okay, whatever. And like, I love how he's honest. Like, I don't change clothes. I wear the same thing every day. And Joyce Taylor, like
Joyce, I was gonna say,
yeah, man,
Joyce is lovely too.
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
She's a G. Like she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Like I have all respect for them. One day I hope to connect with him and see what happens.
On the show.
100%. If we can make it happen, we should go both talk to him. Like we'll find him. I mean, he's not one for. He literally just goes to a studio, and he was talking about it the other day. He's like. We have a makeup room. I can do other things. And Joyce is like, yeah, I go every morning. I go to the stylist and I get my stuff together. He's like, oh, I just bought my shirt. She's like, I know you do. That's you just come in as you are. But like,
yeah, I just love how it's always data backed, right?
100%. Yeah.
He's not just like, you can tell it's just an opinionated bias.
Yeah.
Just like testosterone through a microphone. Right?
Yeah, he's not testosterone. No, he doesn't care.
No.
He doesn't care if you're good or bad. He just reports the whatever's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
You're saying like
mad respect.
Like he called out Aaron Rodgers the other day for taking a peyote or whatever and changing his life or what have you.
Yeah.
He's like, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, he doesn't like Aaron, but I still think Aaron's the best quarterback in the league.
Aaron's fabulous, but I agree with him where it's like, you're not going to go take some peyote and all of a sudden now you're going to have the best season of your career.
Yeah.
You're just a great quarterback.
You're great. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure Aaron's
I'm not opposed to him.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I just
He's great.
I grew up in Chicago, so like I'm like theoretically like anybody from Green Bay, fuck them.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I still think he's the best quarterback that's ever thrown a football. I do.
Over Joe Burrow?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers? Yeah.
Joe Burrow
He just
started.
How many rings does he have?
He's got one.
Okay.
So
I'm just checking because we're gonna date this back when Joe's got 2, 3, 4, 5 rings, and I want
Tom Brady has way more rings, and I still would put Aaron Rodgers. So the Green Bay Packers have not drafted an offensive player that can help him.
How are you going to put somebody?
So
How are you going to put somebody that hasn't brought his team to the winning track as a top quarterback of all time? I'm just like I know we have to get going, bro. But like if you want to open up that can of worms, bro, like how
I open it.
Like you, how. Bro, you're the king of the castle. The quarterback is the king, bro. Like you decide where every ball goes, every single ball. Whether you're running it, whether you're throwing it to the right person, everything is involved in the quarterback. So you're telling me that fucking Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time with 1 Super Bowl over Tom Brady, who knows where that ball needs to go, and he's got the people to catch it. Like, bro,
Tom Brady is systematic. So Tom Brady early in his career had the greatest defense, so he didn't have to worry about completing that many passes because the defense carried him.
I understand that because we were listening to what Joe Burrow had to do on last season, which he had to get the ball off within 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And if it took 3.5 seconds, it was
Sacked.
too late.
He's done. Yeah.
So like I understand that, but you've got like you won 1 ring, bro. How are you putting him as the best quarterback of all time when he's only won 1 time, bro? Like
I look at it as if they had 1 play to win it all, who would I trust the football the most? And I would trust Aaron Rodgers to place it
over Tom Brady.
Yeah, I would say Aaron.
I feel like
Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady is like the video game. Like when you're clicking A, it's gonna go to A. You know what I mean? Like
Tom Brady's systematic. So Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You know what I'm saying. You got me.
I was gonna say, all right, Peyton Manning. Do you think Peyton Manning is better than Tom Brady?
I think Peyton Manning was better than Tom Brady.
You feel me?
Yeah.
He more systematic.
I would say I would take Peyton Manning over Tom Brady, but Tom Brady won because Tom Brady had a combination between had a great defense, and they always just did dump passes. They
This
never
is a great 3-minute clip.
they never had people. They never had wide receivers to go deep. Like Randy Moss joined the Patriots at a later age, but like mostly they did Wes Welker, and they did just like small dump passes, and they like had a whole line of guys that just guarded that one wide receiver. So all they had to do is Tom Brady could throw a little dump pass, and Tom Brady's out of it. At that point, it's just a football into the hands of whatever player, and he just has to run in front of a line. The Patriots are just smarter than everybody else. The Patriots over the Packers, but Aaron Rodgers over Tom Brady.
When I
That's
I
why
look
I do
at I
it.
look at Tom Brady, how when Tom Brady
I'll
was
tell you
playing with
straight
the
up.
Patriots,
I know. I think
when
that's why I
Tom
view it.
Brady was playing with the Patriots and how New
Colin would
England
agree.
ran their offense.
He just doesn't like how
No, he doesn't. No,
Aaron Rodgers.
No, he's
he
got to
doesn't-
piss.
Aaron Rodgers. He
No,
doesn't
no.
like Aaron Rodgers. Just is a liar, which I agree. I don't agree with Aaron Rodgers being a
He's
liar.
like, you're saying that Aaron Rodgers is a liar, and I agree with that.
Colin did, though.
Like,
Remember that?
Like
Do you
Brandon
remember
didn't
that?
say a single thing. He didn't
I
say a
know,
single thing
but
about
he-
Aaron Rodgers
he
lying.
knows what I'm talking
He goes,
about.
I agree.
He knows
I
what-
agree that
he knows
Aaron
what I'm-
Rodgers is a
No, I
liar.
think
You remember Colin giving him shit over that?
I know
If you
about
watch
systematic
Colin,
offenses.
Yeah, I remember the interview.
you remember,
what have you.
yeah, about the vaccination thing, which I don't agree with him on that as well. If you're watching Colin,
I mean, bro, like if you're talking about like off
Throwing footballs.
field shit, yeah, like of course, bro. Like I'd lie too, man. I don't want to take the fucking shot.
I get it.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like, yeah.
But that's what Colin's biggest critique of him, and now Colin isn't a fan of Aaron Rodgers. But
oh, that's because he's getting paid by Fox or whatever it is, bro.
right, you already know. But I think Aaron Rodgers, one play, I would take him over
your team?
anybody.
You would take him over Joe Burrow.
My team?
Huh?
Yes, just more experience, dude.
He's got one championship, bro. He's got a lot of experience, but he's got a lot of experience
Who's your favorite
losing.
player?
How long has he been in the league? How long has Aaron Rodgers been in the league? And then let's
He took over
let's
from Brett Favre like 12
been
years
playing
ago.
okay.
Like
So
years ago,
let's
like
do the
12
math.
years.
One championship, 12 years.
Yeah, about
That's
12
less than 10% player. That's like 8%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's got 8% chance of
Tom
winning the
Brady's
Super Bowl.
got like 6 Super Bowls in that time.
So
and Joe Burrow, how long has he been in the league? How many times has he gone to the Super Bowl?
He's on his third year.
Let's go, bro.
Right.
Let's go. You're
I'm not saying that Tom.
you're-
I'm saying
you're counting my guys out, bro.
I'm saying at this current state, I would still take Aaron Rodgers over.
wait, hear me out though.
Yeah, let's go.
I agree with the early Patriots. I agree with that.
Defense.
Yeah, of
But-
course.
yeah,
when
right.
we get a whole team to fucking back you,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
for sure.
But
Yeah.
Tom Brady, number one, ice water.
in his veins. Correct.
You still have to make the throws.
Facts.
You
100%,
still,
bro.
You still have to make throws.
He does.
And number two, I haven't seen a quarterback that, and what's most important to me, motivates and influences a team the way I've seen like teams that Tom Brady quarterback
agree with that.
As a
does.
commander, yes.
As like a commander.
Yep.
They like
100%.
these guys
agree.
like die for him.
Yeah.
agree.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, and that's what you want in your quarterback ultimately.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
I mean, on the basketball side of things, because I grew up playing basketball all my life, so
Yeah.
I know command. You know what I'm saying? Floor
Right.
generals, all that.
right. Same with linear company. You need someone who.
Like when Drew was talking about a systematic offense, that's the same thing that the Utah Jazz was doing when they had John Stockton,
Yeah, with Carl
and they would
Malone.
have been sweet.
Yeah.
But
But
shout out
Michael-
to Jay, because Jay from
but-
Chicago.
but
Jordan.
Michael Jordan
They couldn't
stand in
get-
the way.
They couldn't get it, Jordan.
Stand in
so-
the way.
Jordan.
See, Tom Brady's just Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
But they're different in the sense that Michael
No,
Jordan
Michael
was
Jordan's the greatest player of all time. bro.
exactly. Yeah, but on the winning sense, they're the same because I mean, Tom Brady is never the athlete that Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers,
Bro,
Joe Burrow,
Michael
Tom Brady.
Michael
is
Jordan
just-
had fucking B.J. Armstrong, Steve Kerr, fucking Will Perdue, bro. Like, he was the king, man. He didn't have the fucking team that the fucking Patriots had, bro.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of white boys on it. He had Will
Wow.
Perdue as a fucking center, bro. Like, don't even tell me that
No, 100%.
that like LeBron's better than fucking Jordan. That anyone's better.
They're very different.
Like this dude's the goddamn.
I would still argue that
Topic
LeBron
always
is
so hard because like
LeBron
if you
is right
read
there
the
with him.
stats, LeBron.
No, he's right there with him, but
when you look at
he-
the
he
stats,
shouldn't be-
LeBron is
he
in his
the
20th
greatest.
season.
Nah,
it doesn't
you
impress me,
talk
bro.
about
It doesn't
playoffs.
impress me. Like he's good now because he's been in there fucking 20 years
Yeah,
or
he
whatever.
knows his
Like, you know
job.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
He's fucking way bigger than Jordan is, bro. He should be a linebacker.
They play different positions.
Give me stuff.
He should be a
Yeah.
linebacker.
Yeah,
bro.
he's a
but-
power forward. Jordan's a guard all day.
LeBron
Jordan's a
is a
guard.
small forward,
LeBron
power
is not
forward.
not a guard, even though he plays guard, but he's not a guard. So Jordan is like Kobe Bryant on steroids. Kobe Bryant was next level, and then Jordan was like, you know what? Hold my beer. Like, I'm gonna be
Kobe
next.
wanted to be Jordan. He was the
Yes.
closest thing to Jordan.
Yeah. Kobe just had such a
Bryant's
workout.
Kobe Bryant's like a he
Dude,
behind.
We're gonna have the
Kobe-
whole
I ain't gonna lie,
episode just
Kobe
on
Bryant
this. Look,
behind
yours over
Jordan.
here is like
Dude,
Kobe Bryant is
Kobe
the
Bryant would get up at
closest thing
3 in the
to
morning to
Jordan
work
you're gonna
out.
So would Jordan.
I know, but Kobe specifically, people are going to bed after the bar, and Kobe's getting up to work 3 to 6, and then he work at 9 to 12. That's 6 hours before noon. What? That is that human.
If you want to be Kobe,
Yeah.
if you want to be
Yeah.
Jordan, if
Rest
you want
in
to be
peace, like-
if you want to be Jordan, you're gonna have to get up at 3:00 in the morning and
Yep.
play
That
till
was Kobe.
6, and then take a break, and then go 9 to 12,
Yeah.
and then go to practice.
Yep.
And that was Kobe.
Yep. And Jordan just had the physique of just natural. I'm just better.
Let me
at
tell
the
you
end of the
something,
day.
bro. Let me tell like LeBron. The fact that he said, "I don't have time to talk about this," the playoffs. I'm trying to film a movie right now. Get out of my face, bro. The
was in
worst
the playoffs,
worst movie
though.
of all time. Like Space Jam 2 was the worst movie of all time. And you're in the press conference of the place that makes you multi-millions. Like the whole reason you're in this entire the reason why you have the house is because you're playing ball, right? But you're over here telling these news reporters or interviewers, I don't have time to answer these questions. I got a movie to film.
The air
Like
different too,
when they got kicked from the playoffs, bro. Like that is the most fuck you moment to
I agree.
sports,
I agree.
where you shouldn't even be considered the top 10 if you're going, I don't have time for this. I got to go film a movie. Bro, your movie was the worst movie of all time.
when he made the
And he's
decision.
crying.
I hate
LA,
I hate
knew he
LeBron
was
if you haven't
going-
noticed.
He hates LeBron.
I get it.
I hate
When
LeBron.
he made
I
the
don't hate
I
LeBron.
think
decision to go to
I think he's a good player, but he's not even the same caliber as fucking Jordan or Kobe.
I know if I'm sitting at the basket and Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan, and let's say Derrick Rose and Russell Westbrook are running at me, I would probably not move for any of them. I would probably jump, but LeBron I would probably move because he's a
Bro,
steam-
stand there
he's
and
a
take that fucking charge, bro.
he's a
He's a
steam
beast.
engine.
All he's gonna do is run you over.
He's not
All you gotta
gonna
do is
run you over.
stand there.
That was young
All you gotta
LeBron.
do is
I'm going
stand
to the
there and
hospital.
Young
you're
LeBron
gonna,
will run you
bro,
over.
just stand there and hold your ground, and you're gonna get a charge. And then, bro, let me tell you something. When I
you can
when I
spin
was
around
in
a charge.
when I was in little league, bro, when I was in the fucking little leagues in Chicago, I was in
I
like
love
the
these
elite
conversations,
leagues
man.
that we have over here, bro.
I love it.
And my coach would give me he would give anybody $1 for a charge. And let me tell you something, as
Oh, really?
as a
Because
12-year-old,
like taking
I'm
charges.
staying
Bro,
there all day. I'm collecting
all
those
day.
dollars.
A charge
bro,
is
let me
hard
tell you
to
something.
Put my body on the line.
My coach, that was such a dope idea for my coach. Look, if you take a charge, I'll give you $1. Like, bro, I'm gonna get $3 a day. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take 3 charges.
Count me
You
in.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll
and
put my
you
body
want
in.
to know what that does for your ego when the good player from that team is coming in and you go, all right, player, boom, nope, foul on that guy. You're
Yeah.
like,
That's
fuck
only-
yeah,
that's
give me
only
that
if
dollar,
they-
coach.
that's only if
right.
they- if
I would
they
say
mindset-
LeBron has the most people on the opposite side making business decisions to step out of the way than any other player of all time. Because people will step out of the side because LeBron's coming in.
They don't want to
like
be a part of that
freight engine.
poster,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
But
he's
that's
a
young
physical
don't-
specimen. Yeah,
That's
he,
young
Bro,
LeBron.
he's a football player. He's not a basketball
playing
player,
basketball.
man.
Right. Yeah.
Of course.
And he's been in the limelight since he was what,
And
13?
and,
So-
and he also takes 4 or 5 steps before he drops the
So
ball.
does
So it's
many
like,
players,
A lot of
though.
people travel in NBA, and that's
Yeah,
the
he's
fact.
right. He's right.
no, I know they do, bro.
James
but-
Harden is the
travels
number
a lot.
one of
He
the.
travels all the
Dude,
time.
he travels like his job,
lot.
but
He
like,
travels a lot.
but like even then,
Bro,
like,
that aggravates me because that as a ball
But, like,
player,
young LeBron would, because you young, so you think you're a bull. But like LeBron now, like no, he'll just if he's
shoots
on a
more.
head full of steam to the basket and he sees at a split second that you about to set a charge, he will Euro step, he'll spin around you and finish.
because he's
not just
smart
gonna
now.
run into
He's
you.
smart. Let's talk
Dwayne
early
Wade.
Cavs.
Dwayne, if Dwayne Wade and he's a slasher,
Yeah.
I grew up a Dwayne. You know,
Yeah.
besides Allen Iverson, I grew up a Dwayne Wade fan. You feel me?
Yeah.
If Dwayne Wade is head full of steam going to the basket, you try to set a charge, and Dwayne, he know you sent a charge, because.
Yeah.
You
Dwayne
got,
Wade's-
bro. You got
Emmanuel
you got to
Ginobili.
plant them feet,
The
bro.
Euro
You already
stuff.
know
Bop,
you already
bop.
know you got to
Charge,
plant them
let it
feet
up.
wide, player. You got to plant them
Yeah.
feet wide. I
Dwayne-
mean, you're a ball player, bro. You know how it goes as you're setting a charge. You don't
You
fucking
got to
stand
plant.
straight
You have
up.
to
You gotta
plant.
Yeah, plant your feet.
Well, if you don't plant, it becomes a foul.
Yeah.
If you don't plant, it's foul.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like stand your ground, bro. If I can put your feet out, fucking hold that up. Where he was trying to fucking scoot around you, he's gonna crack your knee and you're gonna fall, bro. Like,
Yeah, I would rather Dwayne Wade run into me than LeBron. Just
Of course.
run me
Wayne
over.
ain't go running you. He go do a Euro step.
Yeah,
No,
right,
he's-
right.
he-
Right around
yeah.
You're right.
you.
Then
He
they
go
had
right
Shaq
around
back
you.
then before
He's not
LeBron
running
joined.
into you.
Like but it's
the only person I'd be afraid of on taking a charge from would be Tim Hardaway, bro, because he ain't taking that. He's gonna cross step you. He's gonna
yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
scared to take a charge on Greek freak.
Oh yeah,
He just gonna jump over you.
Giannis. Yeah, for sure.
No, you could take charges all day over him, bro. You just got to know the.
You know what he's gonna do? Giannis is just gonna be like, I'm gonna put my arm over you because my arm is long enough. Because
All you gotta do is fall back and then hold your head. Make sure you don't,
know,
don't
like
hit the
Jordan,
ground, bro.
You know, Jordan expands his hand in Space Jam. I think Giannis is just that as human life. He literally just put his hand over and dropped the
Right,
ball
right,
in because
right.
he's so long.
Yeah.
and he doesn't play like anybody else.
Giannis is fire though, because he's a humble
Two-time
dude though,
MVP,
man.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
He's way different than most of the players out there.
Because
bro.
he's from a different world, so he's just trying to make his way.
he's from this world. He's from Earth.
Yeah, he's from Earth, but he's from a different culture.
He's from Earth.
Yeah, Greek
He,
freak.
he knows how to play ball.
Oh, he knows how to play ball.
LeBron knows how to play ball.
Of course.
Yeah, they all know how to play.
They all got the same rules. Just some people are better than others, and then other people are just kind of
fill in the gaps.
bully their way over everybody, bro. Like
Facts.
fuck
Yeah.
LeBron, man.
That's young. Like, old LeBron
See,
don't
that's
even
what I
do-
love.
old
Working.
LeBron doesn't do
That's why I
this.
love our conversations because we both see it totally different. But like he's valid on it because
look, bro. I know right now LeBron is the best, one of the best in the league. I know he is, but
he's old man.
he is old. He is old, and he's getting really fucking good at like
Shooting. He
at
doesn't have to do
shooting.
anything.
He's
He's
getting,
just shooting now.
Yeah, no, I see all of it. I see
Yeah.
all of it.
For
but,
sure you do. Yeah, absolutely.
But put Jordan in his prime, like, and that's the one thing that people don't understand is like when people got to see Jordan play in his prime, and these new kids they got to see LeBron play in his prime. So they see LeBron, they see the highlights of Jordan, but they weren't there. They weren't there when we were
Right.
down 20 and saw Jordan bring the game back.
Take it back, yeah,
you know,
take it over, yeah.
they didn't see him close his
Yeah.
eyes on the free throws and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, those are moments that
The
as-
flu game is
bro.
I-
The
I
flu.
heard he actually didn't even have a flu. I heard like
No,
he
bro, he was
and
poisoned.
he was food
Yeah, so that's
poisoned
really
because
not
they
even
were
a flu
mad
game.
at him.
All right, this is what I really
Bro,
want to
they,
say.
Yeah,
they
bro.
poisoned him. He got pizza delivered
food
to his
poisoning.
hotel room.
Straight,
and
someone
they
put some
poisoned his
fucking
shit.
like
Food
some
poisoning.
shit on that pepperoni or
But
something.
look, I don't understand why people
That's
always
fucked
compare. I don't understand why people always compare LeBron to Jordan because they play different. In
Yeah.
my opinion, I always felt like LeBron
Yeah,
played like Magic Johnson.
one travels all the time.
of course,
I always felt like LeBron.
this
played
ain't
like
James
Magic.
Harden though. James Harden travels like.
I always
this
felt like LeBron played like Magic. I don't understand.
I agree.
I get it.
I agree.
I get it. 'cause
Yeah.
In the
Yeah,
90s,
he's more
Jordan
Magic
was
than
that
Jordan.
He's more
icon,
Magic
and
than
then-
Jordan.
Yeah. They played it. It's
They
hard to
played so
compare the
much
two. Like the Mount
LeBron's
Rushmore
a
has room for all of them, but
facilitator,
they're
and Jordan's
both
a
there. They're
red
both
eye
there.
dead-
They're both there.
Jordan's
All right,
going for the
man.
kill.
Yeah, man. We cover
We're gonna-
sports. I
yeah.
gotta pick up the sports podcast so we can talk this for a full hour. But
Yeah, we got a sports podcast we're going to talk about.
we
but
got time to do that.
we got to end this on ASAP Gaming right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Are you going to do an NBA 2K ASAP Gaming game?
Oh, that'd be cold.
But you know, LeBron is in a game though. He's a video game character.
Yeah.
Some like Super Smash Brother type game.
That'd be insane,
I
bro.
swear he
NBA
is.
Jam. type?
No, he is. He's like a Super Smash Brother character.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Yeah. I
you
don't know
you can
the
do
game,
that.
but-
Like I actually I'm looking at getting the original Mario game reinvented with the mad scientist instead of Mario. So it's one of those things where like you've got a company that can go in and digitally take out Mario, like whatever the code is,
Right.
and then put in an 8-bit version of the mad scientist, and then we can run that way, bro. So like I'm looking at getting that done, and I the first time I saw that was in Las Vegas. It was fucking Chumley had his own Donkey Kong game.
That's awesome.
Chumley did, bro, and you could buy it at his candy shop. It was on the rack, and it was in the fucking Nintendo case too, where you can buy the shit.
Dude, Chumley's such a special specimen. He has turned just the average big dude into like a whole brand.
Yeah, bro.
And like, there's not many people like him. Like,
Have you been to Vegas? Have you seen what
I have
they
been to Vegas,
Have you
yes.
have you seen what they've done out there at the pawn shop?
Not in a while, no.
So the pawn shop was this little building right here, like right on the strip, but it was like it wasn't way off because it's in between Fairmont Street. So if you want to go to like Old Vegas or New Vegas, it's in the middle. So you just drive down there and you'll pass it on the right side. But what they did was the pawn shop is on the avenue, and then they went and bought this building right here. They bought the whole building. So what's the not the old man, but the owner of it?
Rick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Rick's got a barbecue place right there.
Yeah.
So not only can you go shop at the pawn shop, but you can go right next door, the same parking lot, and you can go have barbecue, Rick's barbecue, and they've got like the Rick cup, and it's got Rick on it, like the Pawn Stars thing. But just underneath that, fucking what's the name's guy's own candy shop now? Fucking Chumley's got his own candy shop right there.
Good for him.
Yeah, bro.
Good for him.
And there's a line to get into that thing. The candy shop's only maybe is like maybe just a little bit bigger than this stage, bro. Like put the stage out to where Kurt is, and then just go right to the wall. That's how big the candy shop is. So you walk in and you walk out, but like he's there. If he's not working in the pawn shop, that motherfucker's there slinging candy, bro,
Dude,
signing autographs.
Yeah, smart. I mean, he's a genius.
Capitalizing on everything, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he is such there's a lot of people that are personalities on TV shows. We got the Pawn Stars, we got what are the
What the hell?
oh my bad.
Pickers.
American Pickers, yeah, unlike all these different people, but Chumley just sticks out above everybody. And I know his name's kind of funny or whatever the case may be, but he has just turned his own personal life of just being who he is into this brand, and not many humans can do that.
You know what I think it
It's
was, bro?
amazing.
I think the big turning point in his life was when people started bringing Jordans in, and he was the guy. So like people are bringing in like, I want to sell these shoes, and Rick's like, I don't know what the fuck this is, or like Rick's son is like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but then Chumley comes in and goes, oh, these are like original Jordan fucking 11s from 2015. Like these things are worth a little bit of money, man. We need to like take this thing seriously. You know what I mean? So like he brought Rick out to the Shoeseum, which I think that guy sold the entire place, bro. But like there was a place in Las Vegas where this guy had all the fire shoes from like 1980s all the way up till now, and it was called Shoeseum. Instead of a museum, it was a Shoeseum, and it was just like fucking rows of those little glass cabinets that we have.
Yeah.
Nothing but shoes, bro.
Mhm.
And so Chumley went in there with Rick one day to buy all of it. And
Buy the whole place out.
the whole place. And the dude was like, how much you want for it? Or Rick was like, how much you want for it? And he's like, man, I don't know. Like, this was way back before, like, the shoes that he was selling. Like, there was a pair of shoes that were, they might have been, like, the Paul Rodriguez, like, Dunks or whatever. They were worth, like, $8,000. Now they're worth, like, $35,000. You know what I mean? But, like, at the time, they were worth, like, $6,000 or $8,000. And he was still like, oh, man, I don't know. Like, but it's crazy to see that like the price of shoes jump like that, bro. But that's just one of those things where like you never know. Like I had all my shoes stolen out of my house, bro, and I had insurance on all of them. So they gave me $27,000 worth of like insurance, and then they dropped me like, no, we can't insure you anymore.
Right.
Don't get mad at me.
Us out. Yeah,
don't get mad at me.
Don't
bro.
get mad at me. Mad at her. But like, man, this. See, I'm not a sneakerhead, but I know the amount of passion people come in the store talking about the shoes we have, and we only have a couple pairs. We don't sell shoes. But
Hey, you sold those cool grays. I appreciate you.
I did. To someone who was definitely familiar with the brand. But
Lindsay Armstrong, shout out.
Yep, Lindsay for sure. It's crazy to think people come in and they're just like they know everything about the shoes in the case, way more than I know, and they're like, yeah, you're actually you're actually good price on that. I'm like, yeah. But like, I'm not fully familiar on the ins and outs of them. They're like, tell me the history of them. I've had people like, bro, these history on this, whatever. Like the off whites that were almost stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. For that situation, like people would tell me about those. Like people are so incredibly passionate. I can only imagine how much certain shoes are worth, even though there might be a huge amount of these shoes in the world. $30,000 for a shoe, not surprising at all, because the passion behind sneakerheads, I've never seen any passion like that. Like, people come in trying to match their fit, because we have obviously
Always.
the elephant print on a lot of the clothes. They come in like, I need this shirt, and this shirt, because I have Nikes that match my Jordans that match these, and these. I need this. I'm done.
Yep.
They come in and I'm like I'm from California. You guys match this. I'm taking this home with me. And like, dude, like I can't even imagine. Like I'm like, I just like my black Nikes. Like whatever, who cares? But like these sneakerheads, man, they come out, they show out, and they're willing to drop some serious dough on some kicks. Like, and they may only wear them a few times. They're here to,
Or not at all,
or
bro.
never
They
at
just
all.
hang on to them for 5 years and resell them for more than what they pay for 'em.
It's amazing, man. Hey, what's up, man?
All right, bro. So
But yeah.
so it's 10:08 right
10:08,
now.
yeah.
So we're gonna leave it up to you, Brandon. If you want
Yeah.
to give any shout outs, if you want to say anything, if you want to plug anything, now's the time, buddy.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on here, guys.
Dude,
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure.
I'd love to get you back as soon as you get back from Portugal, man, because this is going to be a different conversation in
Well,
6
next
months,
time
bro.
I'm back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Let's hope so.
like when you come back, you're gonna like all these like ideas and all these, because you're about to step into the deep end of the pool, bro.
Yeah,
like
you
like
are.
like you're flying out to another
Absolutely.
country to get this shit straight. So
Yeah.
I'm like I can't wait to see what you come back with, bro.
As a Western investor, and as a Western creator, so like
That's right.
you're going to a new territory, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
You gonna document all this? You gonna
Please
film
do.
all of it, bro? Because we'll upload it on our
upload it,
channel.
yeah.
I don't have technology like this.
You got to get yourself a camera guy.
Yeah, right.
You're, yeah, right. But you
Bro,
say
get-
that,
bro.
but this is your time.
Get
This is your time.
yourself a DJI Osmo 4, and that'll do everything you need, bro. That Osmo 4, it's a little gimbal that you can have in your hand,
Yeah.
and it's genius, bro. It'll just
All right.
face track you everything. It's like $120 on Amazon. Pick one of those up, and it's gonna change everything because you're gonna want to document all this, right? Like you're out in Portugal trying to make things happen, and people like me and Andrew and Kurt, like we want to see like the hard work that you're doing,
Yeah, the
bro.
process.
So if you can film this stuff and
It's a good suggestion.
oh, dude, like a DJI Osmo 4. This thing is like I said, $120, and it's a little gimbal that you can just plug. All you do is it has a little magnet on the back of your phone, so it just clips right onto it. So you can have your phone in your pocket, and as soon as something happens, slap it on there, and then you've got it like physically where it's smooth moving, the whole nine, bro. Like it's fire.
And it's content that you can make side money from, so you don't have to worry about investors even tapping into that money.
You gotta just document everything.
document
you're doing,
it, bro, because that
Appreciate
content is king, man. Like we're watching people make real life generational wealth off TikTok. That's just
Right.
content with their camera. So
Right.
you're going into uncharted territory because you're bringing a brand new idea into a whole nother culture. So that's I mean, be proud, show the content, and then report it back to us because we'll share it all day, every day.
Dude, I appreciate it. We got to get your wife a design, an ASAP
Yes.
design logo, so we'll sort that.
Bro, she's gonna be super stoked, man, because she's all in on Twitch, bro. Like not only is she all in on Twitch, she's beautiful and she's funny as fuck on Twitch as well, man. So like when she's playing like whatever game she's playing, she's cursing these kids out, but she's dope at what she does. Like she's been doing headshots all day recently, and she's showing me these highlights, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't go live, so I wasn't able to clip this." And it's like, God damn, you need to go live on everything you do
live,
because like
always.
You never know, like when the good moments arise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, she could probably screen cap it if you just screen record after she can watch it on her phone, maybe. But like,
Right.
I mean, she got to document it all.
She's got like a minimal version of what we're doing. Like I really need to like sit down with her and show her. She's got like the mini version of the Stream Deck. She's got like one camera, so you know she's able to like do the different things on the Stream Deck. But we've got to get her like. Yeah, I've got to hook her up, bro. Because she's too good at what she does, man.
Right.
And she would be like obsessed if she was able to get something done like that, bro, for sure.
Yeah, we'll get her ASAP labeled for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
bro.
And then hopefully you and I get together in the future, maybe once this launches or what
Bro,
have you.
I'm
We'll
a fan. Like I'm fanboying on everything that you're doing because like I see your mind and your mentality on what you're like you're like, bro, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. This is gonna happen. It's gonna be big.
Right.
And like you can't ignore people like you, bro. Like you know when you come into our atmosphere and you bring this much energy and this much like enthusiasm, like the last thing people need to do is ignore somebody like you because you're gonna make a big splash. You know what I mean? Like whether it's you may be developing this app and 3 months from now you like once you like get these other 6 guys involved down there, like you're gonna be able to find something that's gonna like double down on everything that you're good at. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, and I can't wait to see it, bro. That's why I'm saying like 6 months from now, you're gonna come back and be like, bro, like that ASAP shit, like it is so much fucking further along than what it was because like I've had other minds involved and other creatives to get involved in this whole thing, bro. Like I can't fucking wait to see how well you
You're not
do.
going to believe what ASAP means in Portuguese.
What does it mean,
I have
bro?
no idea.
We're gonna find out, though.
I'm about to find out.
Yeah, yeah.
I appreciate
great.
you guys. Like it's
Yeah.
been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Shout out the social media, ASAP label, ASAP.label on Instagram, but
ASAP. So if they're typing an ASAP label, they're gonna be able to find you
they'll find
regardless.
us. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll design for you if it's gaming oriented.
Awesome.
For
And
sure.
and so if anybody wants to be able to like if there's young like clothing creators like myself, are they able to get involved with if they want to like try to create their own logos on your stuff? Like how do they get a hold of you
Yeah,
to do that?
absolutely. So design at asaplabel.com is the direct email, or just check us out on our website. You can see some of the designs we've already done for people.
What's the website?
asaplabel.com.
Easy as that, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
ASAPLabel.com. All right, man. Well, I think this is gonna round up another episode of the PowWow.
Yes, sir.
Brandon, I appreciate you coming
Yeah,
down,
thank
dude.
you, man.
Thank you.
I can't wait.
Pleasure's mine.
I can't wait to see my native T-shirt on one of your
virtual guys, huh?
avatars,
Yeah,
bro.
your characters, bro. Right.
This is-
It's not far away.
Dude, I can't wait, man. And I thank you for coming in and being a part of this. And I'm glad that we were able to get you in before you bounced out to Portugal, bro. Because this is going to be something that, like, I can feel in 6 months you're going to come back and you're going to be like, bro,
Right.
like we need to do another podcast, man. Like this thing is like taking off. So I can't wait to see what you do, man. And in the meantime, I need you to keep in touch with us. Send us any new updates that you have, and we'll be glad to post them here in the States, man. Since you're going to be out there in Portugal, bro, trying to fucking just.
Keep me posted on the Fortnite thing as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If that comes down, I would definitely like to sponsor.
100%. Yeah, we got an inside
Get
track
involved.
for a lot
yeah,
of that.
you're gonna be a definite sponsor in that. Like
Yeah.
whatever we have to do to get you in, that'll be for
All
sure.
right,
Yep.
appreciate that. Awesome, guys.
Awesome,
All
man.
right.
All right. Well, everybody,
Appreciate y'all. Yeah,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
you for stopping on another episode of the PowWow.
Hoo
If you want to
day.
stop it, yay, hoo day.
Hoo day.
We have a
day.
ton of new Hoo Day stuff. One of the shirts that AIs we're rocking right now, that Bengal logo, man, shit's fire.
Yes,
and
it
we have a
is.
ton of the whiteout stuff as well.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So I've got
super
some
fire.
I've got some long sleeve crop tops coming in for women too, bro. So
Nice.
white, long sleeve, cut right here, and it's gonna have that white native print right across the front, bro.
Fire. Fire. Let's
All right,
get
everybody.
ready. Let's go.
I appreciate you, Kurt. I appreciate you being a part of this whole thing, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Donald
Kurt.
Bump, appreciate you for this, man. This is incredible, dude. clothing brand of the year.
Yes, sir.
And that's just one of the many that we plan on collecting, man. I plan on getting a MTV VMAs at one point
Yes,
for my
sir.
clothing brand.
I will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I love you guys. This is going to round up another episode of the PowWow. If you want to be a part of it, comment below or DM us, and we can get you on the PowWow if you got something to talk about. If you're a musician, or if you're a band, or if you got something to talk about.
Local business.
An
Let's go.
event coming up. Let's roll,
Yep.
dude. So I got to get going. My
Yep.
wife's going to be mad at me again. It's 10:15.
Yep.
But I love you guys. I'll see you next week on another episode of PowWow. It's your boy Jay Bangs, AI, Brandon, Kurt. We're out of here.
Appreciate y'all.
Love you guys.
Later. Aye.
Hey.
Bye.